Hello and a very good evening to you all here in Basel for the Women's Euros of 2022 live only here on JB Sports. JB in the comedy box, John Stuttard, and what an atmosphere it really is. Terrific occasion for this final. Can the Lionesses defend their crown? They won 3 years ago at Wembley. Well, it's a repeat of the World Cup final of 2 years ago when Spain won by a goal to nil. But they've changed managers since then. The coach that managed them to victory left in disgrace. But now they've got a good manager here in Monza Tom. She's changed the ethics, and so far Spain have won all their matches in the tournament so far. England lost one at the start. Laboured to a semi-final draw against Sweden, which they won on penalties. But England not been at their best, admittedly. But having said all that, they've still provided drama and terrific drama at that too. And there's no way you can get away from that. The England fans in good voice, as they ought to be. The big team news, really, as we wait the teams to come out, that Lauren James starts. There was talk about her fitness. There was question marks about her fitness as the teams, now I can see in the tunnel. It is absolutely deafening the noise here. This Women's Euros certainly has certainly got a real feel to it now. A great atmosphere. And who knows? Don't forget, keep your comments clean. We have a family show, of course, for all these live streams that we bring to you here on the channel. But the England fans are really getting into their stride here. And I can't emphasize enough. I can't emphasize enough how important this is for English football. There's been talk about, I think that's Mary Earps on the field there, England's hero. I wonder if she regrets making a decision to retire early. Fireworks and pyrotechnics everywhere you look here in Basel. Mist and fog in there. Might substitute for smoke. I don't know, but well, nothing is certain in this game of football. But England have used up a lot of their 9 lives to get to this stage. They needed a bit of luck in the quarterfinals against Sweden, and they needed Sweden to miss several penalties in that quarterfinal. I have to say the quality of penalties in that quarterfinal against Sweden was quite frankly terrible. The teams now are coming onto the field here in Basel. Spain, led by their captain, Irene Paredes, nearer the camera, and Alex Greenwood winning a 100 cap, leads out England in the biggest game of them all. Can England get revenge for 2 years ago? The teams walking out from the goal, just behind the goal, away to my right towards the halfway line. The officials leading them out, led by referee Stephanie Freffard, the French referee. There's a good crowd in Basel. 21 degrees, so it's not exactly the most coldest of days here in Switzerland. But there has been a lot of rain in the air. certainly in the last hour or so before kickoff. Anyway, I'm going to pause for a second or two because in a moment or two, we're going to have the two national anthems. Terrific atmosphere from the Spanish. Now the English national anthem. Well, this is now for real. Prince William is there, the president of the Football Association. The teams, as customary now, will shake hands here in Bath. A take on the two teams then, starting with England and a Hampton in goal. Then it's a back four of Bronze, Williamson, Jess Carter and Alex Greenwood. And then it's Georgia Stanway, Kira Walsh in the anchor roles in midfield. And then it's Hemptoon and James Berber forward. And Alessia Russo gets the place up front. Michelle Adjaman and Chloe Kelly amongst the substitutes. Katrina Cole is the goalkeeper for Spain. Then it's Ona Batel, Jaime Paredes, Leila Alexandri, and Olga across the back. And then it's Pateras, Giaro, and Bamati, the three-player midfield, with Conaldri Gonzalez, who is the top scorer, incidentally, and Del Castillo. England in white. Spain in their traditional red. Both teams in traditional colours, incidentally, folks. And there's referee Stephanie Fraffard. If you're wondering, if you're listening to this game and watching it with the television pictures and you're wondering what that device is, it's on across the chest. It's actually a camera. So we might have ref cam throughout this afternoon. Just to remind you of the substitute: Adjaman, Beaver Jones, Charles, Clinton, Keating, Corey Kelly, Maya Letitia, Beth Mead, Morass, the goalkeeper, Morgan, Park, and Ruben Moy for England, Fernandez, Garcia, Vicky Lopez, Martin Peredo, Mendes, Maria Mendes, Macanas, Okabayi, Summer Polero, Claudia Pena, Alba Redondo, Esther Soletes, the goalkeeper, and Zubarita. They're the Spanish substitutes. So as I said at the start, Stephanie Fraffard is the referee tonight from France. She's assisted by another French national, Camille Savano, and Francesca Demandi from Italy. Fourth official is Maria Capote, also from Italy, and VAR, if required, is Willie Dorado. So the atmosphere is blazing to a crescendo. England have won the kickoff. They're now counting down the seconds to the start of the game. It's 5 o'clock your time here in Great Britain. England against Spain in the European Championship final is up and running. England getting underway, and it's Hampton with a long kick-up field for England. In white, Spain all in red. The ball on the far side. Taken up now by Alessia Russo on the far side, but she's run out of pitch. And it'll be the first throw in the game to the Spanish. There's Serena Biegman. Has never lost in a Euro final. One with the Dutch in 2017. And one with England 3 years ago. Came so mighty close to winning the world title against the same team that they're facing tonight. But England have started poorly most of their games, apart possibly from the Dutch and the Welsh games in the group. They certainly started poorly against the Swedes. They were 2-0 down at half-time. We're still trailing with something like 12 minutes to go. And then when Adjaman and Kelly came on, them two alone came back. As we look at Montserrat Tomé, the Spanish coach. She's done a good job as well, by the way. As Greenwood takes the throw in for England on the near side. Midway inside the Spanish half. We played 1 minute 20 on JB Sports. England 0, Spain 0 is what we've got at the moment. And as we change it to the scoreboard, so England, Spain underway. We are live into play now. Millions will be watching here in Britain, over in Britain, and millions, hopefully, will have a few listening to this stream as well. But a great atmosphere and a victory for England today would probably see Serena Biegman into sort of immortality. There's talk of an honorary Dane mode, regardless of what happens today, because what she's done in 3 years with this England team has been nothing short of remarkable. Let's talk about it. Oh, that's going to go through to Hannah Hampton. Ball intended for Esther Gonzalez, number 9. Was Esther on the back of her shirt. Hampton now in position, virtually unchallenged by a penalty spot. And kicks away right-footed over the halfway line towards the far side. And the ball over the top. Here goes Russo on the chase. James is trying to burst the gut again in the middle, but Russo goes along. Half saved. James goes in and can't get a touch on it. Even though the Spanish defender did really well to put her off. But Russo chasing a lost cause on the far side. Shot across the goal. Cole made the save, down away to her right-hand side. And Lauren James just couldn't apply the finishing touch. But a good start from the English at the moment. Stanway laying the ball in there. James goes in again. Spain under the cushion to start. But here they come now with Alexia now going over the halfway line. And the red shirt streaming forward. Alexia gets the ball again. She chips it forward towards Esther Gonzalez and she can't be found. And it's gone behind for a goal kick. As we look again on replay of Alessia Russo. She was well onside there. The assistants keeping their flags down. Russo didn't have much support. Lauren James was bursting the gut, and that was the best she could have done in the circumstances. And if James had just been half a yard quicker, perhaps, then I think she would have had a simple tap in, and England would have had the most dreamiest of starts. They still might here. They're on the attack now. The cross for Bronze turned out for a throw. And that came off Olga Carmona. Kevin Benson says, hey up, bruv. Good to hear your voice again. Should be a good game. Thanks, Kev. Well done on Crystal Palace winning the FA Cup last season as well. They play in the Community Shield in just under 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks today. They play Liverpool at Wembley. A game you can actually hear on TC Hub. Maybe a throw now to Spain. Carmona to take it. She gets the ball back again, but gives it away. It's going to be an English throw this time. Lucy Bronze going over to the far side to receive one of the balls. 5 minutes gone then in this Women's Euros. Russo looks as if she was being held there by a Spanish defender. Ball nearly broke to Lauren James on the edge of the Spanish penalty area, but Spain come away with it now. But England starting with some purpose. Maybe it was there. Maybe after some very indifferent performances on their way here. Maybe they're making Spain sit up and take notice a little bit, maybe. Here's Jess Carter in possession. Midway inside her own half. Under no great pressure as she hits that long, looking hopefully towards Alessia Russo or Lauren James. Russo, who plays her football with Arsenal. Lauren James, of course, sister of Reece James. And she, like her brother, playing for Chelsea. They'll beat Chelsea women as opposed to the Chelsea male team. They've just started their pre-season, having won the Club World Championships in tremendous style almost a month ago. Nice little double for Escon Lorenza team as Spain come charging forward. Out comes Anna Hampton. And Alexia was there too. Esther Gonzalez is the top scorer, incidentally, in the tournament with 4 goals. England's top scorer, quite a number of them on 2 goals apiece. But with the ferocious pace and the ferocious nature of the game, I don't think I'll have much time to go through all them goal scorers. As Georgia Stanway tries to chest it, but can't succeed in doing so. The number 8 plays a football in Germany for Bayern Munich. This is the captain, Irene Paredes. Quite a number of players in the starting 11 for Spain. Play their trade for Barcelona. At least 3 of the back 4, including the goalkeeper, play their trade for the Catalan Giants. Even in the women's game, they are giants of European women's football. Ball knocked in there by Patil. Headed away by the other number 2, Lucy Bronze, over on the far side for a throw. What a player she is, 135th cap tonight. So experienced. A good header away there by Leah Williamson, the captain. And Williamson trying to win it again. And Stanway just boots it away with her left foot. Out of play, 10 yards from halfway. But it's still in England's half. England's half. And it's Spain now from the throw-in in possession. So England, after a good, purposeful first 5 minutes, letting Spain have a lot of the play now from at least the 5th minute onwards. So it's been 3 or 4 minutes of constant Spanish possession here. But it's been given away once more. And we'll have the JB player of the match in operation. You get to choose, actually, tonight, who wins that particular award. Name of the player, and then we're going to tag it with, instead of JB MOTM like we used to do in the old days, it's going to be JB POTM, because we're covering women's football as opposed to the men's game, and it would be totally unfair to put MOTM in the hashtag it. But so we've got to be wary. That's a good ball, and Spain are in behind. This could be problems. Here's Esther Gonzalez inside the area. Hampton comes out, narrows the angle superbly, and denies Esther Gonzalez her 5th goal of the competition. It's a lovely ball forward. Cross came in. Well, there might have been touch and go. I think she's just a touch offside there. Been interested to see if she had put that in the back of the English net. Would BAR would have sort of intervened maybe. But having said that, that's a good brave save by Anna Hampton, who's come out of the shadow of Mary Earps and has done terrifically well in this tournament. Has made some very important saves. Was one of the heroes in the penalty shootout win over Sweden a week ago. Kevin just battling up his other comments, saying England playing out of the back well. Just needs some better holding in midfield. But England can't afford to start conceding first in every game. They conceded 2 against Spain, against the Swedes, and we're in desperate trouble. But of course, they've got the secret weapons, Adjuman and Kelly on the bench. But at the moment, it's Spain now with Esther Gonzalez, who shoots wide of the target. from something like 14 yards out with her left foot. I think she looks in the mood tonight. I don't want to tempt fate by saying that. I don't want to tempt hell for England fans listening in, but she looks threatening every time she gets into that final third. She looks hungry. Mariona is certainly having plenty to say for herself as well in that midfield area. Kick from Hannah Hampton just missed Russo's head by a fraction, and it's Spain who get possession on halfway. And now they're taking everything now. Olga Carmona plays the ball back, chip forward again. And now can Afenia get on a bike? No, it's out of play. She's got 2 goals. But look at the goal scorers Spain have got in their ranks. 15 international goals for Rafina, Esther Gonzalez, 33, and Manona Conadri, 29 goals. So you're talking something in the region of almost 80-odd goals between them, between 80, 90 goals between the 3 of those, attacking 80 international goals between the 3 of them. And England, this is what England have got to come up against. James has got possession, and also Russo's there too. And Lauren James is onside, is she? Yes, no, she wasn't. I was just looking closely at referee Fafar. And she certainly signalled, I think Lauren James had just strayed offside on the near side. Oh, just I think the lines, I think the assistant and the referee got it right, I have to say. But England looking very ruthless on the counter-attack. If they just cut out the little basic errors, like just strain offside a little fraction, and it has to be fractions now to be, it doesn't have to be much now to be offside in today's game. But a lot of that is to be put on the blame of IFAB as the ball comes back out to number 6 here. Bamamati. And now this could be trouble. Shot came in, left footed from Del Castillo. And England making a little bit of a hat-trick, trying to clear the lines. Gojaro now for Spain, edge of the area. Real danger here now. Here come the Spanish. Good defending there by number 6, Leah Williamson. Winning her 100th cap for England tonight and doing really well. But here come England now. They have to just try and keep possession if they can. Yellowtoon does really well. Now Georgia Stanway on halfway. Back to number 4 for England, Kira Walsh, who plays her football for Chelsea. And the ball back to Hannah Hampton. 17th cap tonight, so in terms of experience compared to a lot of players out there, still a lot to learn about international football, but she's learned a lot on the job today in this tournament. I guess when you've got a goalkeeper in front of you, as she did before in Mary Earps, it needed something special, and she did that. Cross comes in from the far side. Comes back out, shot comes in, and it was the right foot of Georgia Stanway from something like, 20 yards out? Just came back, and in the end, easy save for Katakol, who's winning a 28 cap tonight, the Barcelona goalkeeper. Coming up to a minute shy of the quarter-hour mark here in the Euro final. We'll keep you abreast of the cricket as well and the Belgian Grand Prix throughout the programme. So any Grand Prix, any motor racing fans or cricket fans, don't worry, you're not going to be neglected in any way, shape or form. England in trouble. Well, they had a 300-odd lead this time yesterday. You've got to say, it looks like we're going to end a draw at Old Trafford. England made 669 all out in reply to India's 358. Ben Stokes and Joe Root, the man that did really well, but the bowlers have run out of ideas in India's second innings. And they have they lead by 67 runs now in their second innings with 6 wickets remaining. And it looks like it will be a draw at Old Trafford as we now go into the last hour or so of play in day 5. That's the cricket for you. Meanwhile, the Belgian Grand Prix was delayed, and it was Oscar Pastari who made it an all-McLaren 1-2, along with Lando Norris, who finished second place. So I'll give you the full order as soon as we get a breaking play. So Pastari, the Australian, gets 25 points. Norris finished second. Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari came third. Max Verstappen recovered the fourth. George Russell finished fifth. Alexander Albon sixth. Lewis Hamilton seventh in the Ferrari. Liam Lawson ninth. And the other Brits, Behrman finished 10th in the Haas. And they are. So Lando Norris second, George Russell fifth, Hamilton seventh. There's a foul there on one of the English players. Free kick. There's a concerned looking Serena Biegman. Blonde hair and glasses. Looks very, very concerned. Behrman finished 11th, and so there we go. That's the Belgian Grand Prix result. In the Tour de France, it looks like Pogacar is set for his 4th overall title in the Tour de France, and it's the last tour that's going to be staged or shown on free-to-air TV. Real shame. But anyway, we'll keep you abreast with what's happened. What's happening in the cricket. If any wickets go down, we'll bring them to you live here on this channel. But I doubt very much now. The lead now for India over England is 71, but they've still got 6 wickets in hand. And it does looking increasingly like it's going to be a draw in the cricket. Meanwhile, you haven't missed much action in the European final. I'll bring you some of the stats when we get 5 minutes, as Georgia Stanway has been fouled. Free kick to England, just down below me. It's going to be Alex Greenwood of Manchester City who's going to take the free kick. One there, tied back. Jess Carter going it across there to the captain, Leah Williamson. Back to Hannah Hampton. 0-0 with 18 minutes of play in this final. Remember, it's got to be decided tonight. Either through 90 minutes, extra time, or even more probably penalties. Whatever the circumstances, we'll be on hand to bring you comprehensive coverage of this final all the way to its conclusion. Russo does well. Feeds Lauren James on the near side. Now James tries to get Russo down the left-hand channel. But again, good blanket Spanish defence. Oh, they've given it away, Spain. Big chance. Oh, another tune. Was it? No, it was Lauren Embrova. The left foot. Spain gave it away deep inside their own penalty area. What were they doing there? They were committing defensive suicide. And Kata Cole has saved their skins for the moment anyway. Didn't give him much to shoot at, admittedly. Him could only do so much, I suppose. But Kata Cole is one of the world's best goalkeepers. And she's never fallen that easy. As Greenwood now prepares to take the corner. From the far side. England attacking the goal to our left. Stephanie Fraffard. Not happy about something. I wonder if the Spain player didn't retreat long enough. I don't know. The corner came in towards the near post. It was knocked away by the Spanish defenders. Jess Carter floating down into the Spanish penalty area. They claim a handball. There was a half-hearted shadow of an handball. Now there could be problems. It's 2-on-4 though in England's favour. So they were retreating back straight away, the English. But Spain have a good bit of counter-attack in them. Spain now just slowing the game down a touch. Kevin just says on the cricket last night's T20 Australia, New Zealand against South Africa, most insane last over. And I should have had more cricket. Meanwhile, in the football, shot comes in. Oh, and Toon. Oh, Robert, the goalkeeper wasn't moving, and Mariona Caldente nearly getting the first goal there, the number 8. So near to their 30th international goal, which would have put Spain in the lead. Hampton didn't move. Just missed the near post as I look, the far post as she looked. 21 minutes gone. England survive. Hampton with the kick down the field. Can't find Russo. 4 attempts to Spain, 3 for England. And here comes the Spanish again. Well defended again. Now Toon. No foul. Bronze knocks it forward, looking towards Russo. And Hemp as well. Hemp is chasing all the way. Russo chasing all the way. And in the end, Cole gets it away for the Spaniards. Challenge intercepted there by Williamson. England have it in the Spanish half, but that's going to go out of play. That's going to go dead, into touch, goal kick. So let's have a look at some of the key stats as we see Hemp save. Good save by the left foot of the goalkeeper, Katakol, I should say. Right, England have had 46% possession. Spain have had 54%. 3-4 in Spain's favour in total attempts. England have had 11 attacks to 8 Spanish attacks. They've had a quarter apiece. The accuracy in the passage, Spain a bit more accurate than England. 82% to England, 79%. And those are just the key stats so far. No yellow, no red cards. England with the one offside. Again, good spin. Van Martry throwing that ball forward. And Lauren James did well there. It's a shake of the hand from her teammate, Alex Greenwood. The latest we have in the cricket, 386 for 4 now, 75 ahead. India with 6 wickets to lead. Looks like Ben Stokes wants to shake hands and just declare a draw. Well, anyway, if we find out what's going on, we'll bring that. We'll bring the result to you live here on this program. It will finish during our commentary tonight of this England-Spanish final. England a lot stouter in defence than they have been in recent weeks in this championship. Here's Di Castillo. Good football this from the Spanish. Martin just getting the better there of the English defender. Oh, this looks trouble. Cross comes in from the right-hand side. Free and a goal. Goal for Spain. And it's Mariona Canadri. And I have to say, it's been coming for at least 5 or 6 minutes. Real disappointment for England. But they trail by a goal to nil. Nothing Hampton could have done about it. And England, if they're going to win this championship, must come from behind now. It's a bitter blow for England to swallow. It really is. Not good defending, I don't think, from Toon in the first, Georgia Stanway in the first place. But the cross from Mateo was good. And Lucy Bronze will be probably the first to hold her hand up and say, I should have been goal side about there on the market. It was almost a Look at that. I mean, bronze was nowhere near. It finds the right-hand corner of the net. And she can't believe a gleam. Madrona Kodowdy. That's a 30th international goal. And it's a goal that puts England a goal down. But mind you, where have we seen this before? Here's Hemp chipping it in there towards Lauren James. And Russo was up. High foot, chuck and back. And it's wide. Goal kick given. Kira Walsh with the right foot just drilling it wide of the target. Good response from England. They needed it. Just sliced the shot wide. I think she's trying to drill it maybe towards the right-hand corner of the net and badly sliced it. Now we see an agitated Sarina Beekman wanting more from her players. Spain lead by a goal to nil with 26 minutes on the clock. Not what we wanted to bring you live, but it is what it is. And it was a great finish, Kevin. There isn't a doubt about that. But Lucy Bronze and the defenders will have to take responsibility for that, I'm afraid. The cross was a pearler. Let's not forget from Una Patil, but where was the marking? And nothing, as I say, that poor old Anna Hampton could have done about that. The Spaniards go ahead. And Spain, who came through a very nerve-wracking semi-final to beat Germany after extra time on Wednesday. Are ahead here. They've already won the Nations League and the World Cup. And they're looking to complete a unique hat-trick of holding 3 of the biggest titles in women's international football simultaneously. They defend the World Cup in a couple of years. We hear that, I'm sure, live on the TC Hub and JB Sports and all the other TC Hub outlets. TC Hub coverage of the new season begins on Wednesday with the League Cup game involving Barnet. Free kick taken quickly. Spain carding England out, and a good header away from Greenwood, and it needed to be because Di Castillo was coming in there maybe for a goal or two there. Away again by Greenwood, and Hebb to bring it away for the English. And England just struggling to get on their own half here for the moment. Now they do get it out. And that's a free kick. And a little bit of space, bit of breathing space for the English because Spain have been crawling over them now for the last sort of 10 minutes or so. Patry doesn't like the decision, but it was a free kick. "28 minutes gone here, live on JB Sports. Sunday night, Women's European final. England the holders 0. Spain the world champions and Nations League winners 1. Anna Hampton's kick just about reached Kira Walsh, who turn goes back to Jess Carter. England having to play out from the back here. But Spain are forcing errors from the English girls. And that's a worrying sign. And if by some miracle Sarina Beekman can get in at 1-0 down, maybe get the girls to just say, come on, you've been forced into making mistakes here. Let's go for it second half. Well, let's not fear this Spanish side. When they have been ruthless in previous games, the Spanish, they are a very complete side. Here they go again. This could be problems. Alexia's in behind. But again, good stout England defending. Now they've just got to try and buy some time. Russo's just got to buy some time, but that's not a good pass. But she was being held, and that is a free kick to England. 10 yards from the halfway, just inside the centre circle in the English half. in the cricket. India have reached 400 now and are 93 ahead, and still, I don't know why the bowling spinners. Harry Brook now is trying to get a wicket. Well, we saw a great evening for British sport. A great day for British sport yesterday with the British and Irish Lions winning the second test down under and leading 2-0 in the series. Kevin has made a very good remark about the crosser of the cross about the goal. It's a good point he makes. I'll come to that in a second. 31 gone, under a quarter of an hour plus injury time to go for the break. At the moment, I don't think it can come soon enough for England. They've just got to stay in and hang in there. And then maybe get Serena. Maybe Serena might have to change it a touch because the front three for England have looked lively in a lot of aspects, but their shooting just hasn't been on kilter. And Spain looking very dominant. Lauren James nips in there. Good defending by the Chelsea girl. Had to time that well. Oh, given away by Greenwood. Not what you want to do on that near side. Give it back to Spain, who can then just keep the ball. All teams now like to play around Pep Guardiola style. And the Spanish coach is no different. It's the Spanish way. Jess Carter, the number 16, trying to cajole the team on, cheer them up. But at the moment, there's just no way through for England. Spain looking so commanding. And if Spain were to beat England tonight, it would only be their third win in all competitions. This is the 10th meeting between the two sides. England have won 3, Spain 2, with 4 of them being drawn. So, it's a finely balanced game between two finely balanced sides. It's Spain with the domineering approach to this. England started like an express train, nearly scoring early doors. They forced saves out of Kata Cole. So far, it's England's goal that's been pierced. Real worrying signs this for England. No foul by Lauren James. It's play on. And here's the number 10, Team Castillo, into the area. Gets a shot away, and it's good, well blocked there by Greenwood. Team Castillo gets a second opportunity now to run down the right. And to run at Greenwood again. The cross into the penalty area. Well defended by Carter. With Esther Gonzalez waiting intent at the near post. And Spain are coming back at England again. With Banmarti. It just looks as if Spain are just moving about at will, toying with England. I suppose when you're a goal ahead, you can possibly afford to do all this, but you don't want to be taking the mickey for too much because that could anger England into life. And I've seen teams go ahead in games. I remember PSG when they were leading 2-0 in the second leg of the Champions League, in the men's Champions League against Aston Villa. They've gone 2 up on aggregate and gone to something like 5-1 ahead or something in aggregate. And they were just absolutely trying to toy with the opposition, which you don't want to do. And it got Villa into life. And as we saw, they came within 1 goal of taking it to extra time. Hampton with a goal kick then for England. Spain dominating by 20% on the possession, 40% England, 60% Spain. I suppose in a lot of essences you'd expect that. With Spain not doing much in possession. The lead now has gone above 100 for India, 107. And really, it's really ending disappointingly at Old Trafford. Despite England scoring over 600. The fourth test match at Old Trafford is going to peter out into a disappointing draw. But England would still lead the series by 2-1 in the series with India, with one to play at the Oval beginning on Thursday. We're not starting to play, and it's how to play, and it's Lucy Bronze with England 12. If anyone can inspire England, it's here's Lauren Hemp down the blind alley, but she's been muscled out of it, and Spain come away with it now. Well, it's been a chasing day for England's men's cricketers. And so far, with the scoreline the way it is at the moment, it's been a chasing evening so far for the England women's football team, who trail Spain by 1-0. The goal from Goldoni just shy of the half-hour mark, making about 27 minutes when they scored that. 25 minutes, in fact, when they scored that. We're in the 37th minute now of this final. Spain already the world champions, already the Nations League champions. Can they have the crown of European champions, or can England come back and retain the trophy they won 3 years ago at Wembley? It is possible. 62% know that the Spanish are having, and that's a worry for England. England just allowing Spain to have the license just to play the ball around at their own speed, and it's like a boxer now just laying into the other boxer. And it's just a question of when the referee's going to stop it. But England have got to fight back. They've got to throw some counter punches now for the remaining, 7 minutes plus time added on. Otherwise, it could well be a chastening night for England. As Spain go off again. Good defending there by Lucy Bronze on the far side. Stop the cross from coming in, but here come Alexia now on the far side. Spain just keeping the ball well. Alexia again. Oh, round the corner. This looks ominous. Here's Alexia, far side, far touchline. Chips the ball into the penalty area. Away by Russo. Having to do a bit of defending, the central striker. And it must be in Sarina Wiegman's mind now that if England was still trailing by this one goal at half time, how long would she leave it before bringing on Michelle Angerman and Chloe Kelly? Now we'll soon find out. Shot comes in and it's charged away. It was Castillo with the shot, and oh dear. Well, she might be forced into changing it now, Sarina, because Lauren James has just gone down. Well, she passed the fitness test. And there's the distinctive shin pads of Chloe Kelly. Has a boyfriend on those shin pads, I'm told. Real problem that for Sarina Wiegman, but Chloe Kelly, we've seen it already in this tournament, and she can change games. So let's not lose hope, England fans out there. Still all to play for. Paul James says, hey, hi JB, hi to you, Paul. Good to have you with me. Don't forget, the TCL are back in action. Start of the Leagues 1 and 2 next week. Scottish Premiership starts next week as well. Scottish season actually has been going a couple of weeks now with the Scottish League Cup group stages taking place. Excuse me. So Lauren James out. Chloe Kelly on. And that'll boost the English fans. It's disappointment for Lauren James, who'd done so much to prove her fitness. And in the end, she only lasted just shy of 40 minutes tonight. Very disappointing for Lauren James. But we know what Chloe Kelly is like. Chloe Kelly is a terrific player. In the cricket, it's all over. There was 100 for Washington Sundar, by the way. And it's ended in a little bit of chaos there. Shall we want to hear the last of that? Oh, and a header wide. It was Esther Gonzalez looking for a fifth goal in the competition. Header at the near post from something like 6 yards out. Trying to guide it in at the near post. Good crossing from the right-hand channel by Marty. Hampton, I think, though, had the near post covered. Less than 4 to half time, plus injury time on JB Sports only. Women's Euro 2025 final. England 0, Spain 1 if you've just joined us late. The goal scored in the 25th minute by Mariola. And here come the Spanish again. Good defending by Lucy Bronze. 135 caps tonight. All that experience. She's been in major tournaments for England since the last sort of dozen or so years. But England are still under the cosh here as we go into the latter stages of the first half. And here's Carmona for Spain. Again, they're just slowing the pace of the game down a little bit to suit their tempo and needs. And England win it back fairly, according to referee Freffart. It's not very popular with English male football fans because England, you may recall, played Senegal in a friendly at Nottingham Forest and at the City Ground, scored what looked like a perfectly legitimate equaliser. But then Freffart, you may remember, knocked it off. So maybe she owes England a couple of decisions tonight. Who knows? Say it's Toon with the cross into the penalty area. Oh, Robert Kelly, sorry. With a left-hand side cross. Chloe Kelly now on. Carter gets it back to Anna Hampton. It's been tough. Chloe Kelly, of course, Arsenal as well. She's now on the field as we see him again. This is her first contribution, just running down the left-hand side and then getting a shot off. Wasn't troubling the scorers. Did it deflect off a defender? No, just no Mekta. But you can just sense straight away, Chloe Kelly is making a little bit of a difference. Only one goal in the tournament this time round, but again, she's mainly been used as a substitute. England and Spain matching up in formations 4-3-3. Although on the caption on the TV on the monitor, I had it down as a 4-2-3-1. But then it could be interchangeable into a 4-3-3, I suppose. Final minute of regulation time at the end of the first half here. Don't forget, you can choose your player of the match at around about the 65th minute of the second half. Name of the player, and then you hashtag it with JBPTMON. PTOM, sorry. No, it's PMOT. POTM. Right. I'll get the hashtag right in the second half, folks. Don't vote just yet. And the player who gets the most votes come the 90th minute of tonight's match, regardless whether it goes to extra time or not, will win our supplementary award. One added minute at the end of A first half which has been dominated in the main by Spain. It's been a pain for England. Remember, Lauren James has had to go off due to injury. She proved her fitness to start tonight. And Chloe Kelly now on. This is Lauren Hemp for England on the far side. 35 seconds of the 1 minute to play. Can England come up with 1 minute, one moment of genius? Can Kelly be picked out? No, she can't. And that was not a pass back. So Katakol was able to take that quite easily and legally. And there's been an injury there to one of the Spanish. It's the goal scorer who's gone down. Nothing what Lucy Bronze did wrong. And Lucy Bronze just asking, are you all right? And it's Mariona Conaltri who scored the only goal of the game after 25 minutes. A nice bullet header, but she was badly marked by Lucy Bronze, incidentally. But England have got it all to do in this second half. Spain will play up the motions, and Stephanie Fafra on cue, bros and bolts for half time. It's not going England's way at the moment. It really isn't, and it's a bit of a worry at the moment because Spain have played really well in this game, it has to be said. And lead deservedly by Mariona's 50 for 25th minute goal, which puts the Spaniards in complete control of this final. It's been chasing in at times. England have forced Katakol into a couple of really good saves as well during the first half. But more bad news that Lauren James was taken off for injury and replaced by Chloe Kelly of Arsenal. So Serena Biegman has got the biggest team talk in her England career ahead of her now because her team are trailing 1-0 at the break to the Spanish. Mariona's goal on the 25th minute. In the cricket, England have drawn the fourth test with India. But it's ended in a little bit of controversy, that's for sure. So England replying to 358 all out with 669 all out. India 525 for 4. A run fest, but no result there. As we now take a short 5-minute break here on JB Sports. I'm going to go and get a ball. I don't know if I can get a ball throw in Switzerland. I don't think they have bob rolls in Switzerland. But I'm going to try and get a little bit of refreshment and a couple of chocolate biscuits and whatnot. And then I'll rejoin you in just over 10 minutes from now for the start of the second half. But the halftime score, it's not good news for England, I'm afraid. It's England 0, Spain 1. We'll be back very, very shortly here in Bal. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Basel here in Switzerland, where the England women's team trail their Spanish counterparts by a 1-0. A goal scored in the 25th minute. A brilliant header scored by Mariola. Header really, which can attribute to poor marking as well by the England team than anything else. Chasing the afternoon for the England women's football team. Been a chasing endeavour by England's men's cricket team. India have drawn the 4th test. And it's very disappointing, really, that England just couldn't break anything down, really. But there you are. That's just how things happen in life. 358 all out in the first innings, India. England in reply, 669 all out. And 425 for India. The game petered out into a disappointing draw, as we saw Lauren James limp up. I'm not sure what the diagnosis is of that particular injury. I'm sure we'll get some news from that. I'm sure one or two people will keep me informed. Russ has been on at half-time saying, enjoying the coverage, JB. Sarina Wiegman needs to change something at half-time for me. We need to get control of the game. Yes, I think we agree. I agree with you there, Russ. Kevin says, hi, Russ. Hope you're okay. Looking forward to another relegation battle. My nerves have already gone. Nothing to lose. Anyway, back to the football. Both teams are back out on the field, and it's going to be Spain to restart the game. England needing maybe some snookers here, to be perfectly frank with you, because let's be honest, it's not been a great first. It's not been a great first half for them. As Spain get the game underway, restarted. Spain now attacking the goal away to my left-hand side. England to the right. So we're back underway then in Basel in the European Championship final of 2025. The world champions and Nations League winners won. England, the current European champions, 0. But Chloe Kelly's on the field, and when Chloe Kelly's come on, she's made a bit of a difference. How long will Sarina leave it before she brings on the other super sub, Michelle Engerman? Ball over the top again, looking for the runner Kelly on the far side. She's playing on the left-hand side of the 3, where Lauren James was for most of the first half. And I'm afraid that comment, I said keep your comments clean. This one obviously isn't. And I'm sorry to say that you will be barred. And it's not, they will not, I'm not even going to repeat what the, just remind everybody, if you are going to comment and you're a first-time listener, as we see an opportunity here for Esther Gonzalez inside the penalty area. Pull back across. And Alexia now, the shot comes in from by Mariana, and a goal kick. Listen, if you're going to comment clean, we are a family program. If you're going to call people names, then you're not welcome on this channel. We all respect each other. If you have problems, if you don't like the content we put out on any of the channels, TCO, JB Sport, if you don't like the content, don't watch or listen. It's as simple as that. We've no time for swearing. We've no time for time wasters. If you want to enjoy the game with us, that's perfectly fine. But let's do it respectfully. Thank you. Right, back to the football. England trailing Spain by a 0-0. Deservedly so, by the way. Spain, when you look at the game statistically, have been much the better side. Laura was saying in the halftime talk on TV that England have been a couple of streaks behind the Spanish in terms of wanting it. Spain have just been in complete control. England had a good start. Lost a couple of saves from cut a coal, but apart from that, they've not really offered much else. But here comes Batil. And there's the cross in there. Should be away there by Kira Walsh, although she took longer than I thought she was going to take. Ball back now with Alexandre. On to Giaro. Giaro gets it forward again. This is, again, it's just Spanish keeping the ball. And England need to do something and quick. Because at the moment, they're just letting Spain dictate the play. And that's a worry for England because when you look at the balance of it and you look at the way things are looking for them right now, you don't see... I can't honestly see a way that England could get back into this game. And I'm not trying to have a defeatist attitude about it just because I'm English. I have to be unbiased a little bit because what we can't disguise on the commentary is Spain have played really, really well. And England just haven't really gone into that stride at all. But Sarina is paid top dollar money to make decisions. And the decision that she has to make is how long do I leave it before I bring on Michelle Agyeman? Because every time she's come on along with Chloe Kelly, England have tried to make things happen. And they've got to do it again like they did 3 years ago. But here they come now, the Spanish. Are they looking too good, baby? Shot comes in and a good effort there by Marty. And it was straight in the arms of Anna Hampton. And England nearly so close to going 2-0 down here. Spain. Good play from Afinia de Castillo. Drawing the ball back, cutting the ball back. And in the end, it was Bernardi hitting it straight at the goalkeeper. I'll come to the comments of polls in a second. I will read comments out during the second half, but if we're getting some good passages of play, it's best to concentrate on the commentary. England trying to chase some lost causes. Can Alicia Russo do just that? No, she can't. She's had to concede a throw to Spain on the near side. 10 yards from the edge of the 18-yard box of Spain, which Olga will take the number 7. Paul adds that whatever they are doing in Spain, it is working. They probably have the best men's team and one of the best women's teams at the moment in the world. But here's Alicia Russo. There's a bit of a... Well, I thought there was a handball, but none of the England players tellingly appealed, so maybe it was purely accidental. So we play on. I don't think the VAR can get involved with that. There weren't too many complaints from the England players. There weren't any players that put their hand up and appealed to referee Fafard. Now let's see it again. Russo comes in. No, it hits the chest. And that's why no England players at all appealed for a possible penalty. There just wasn't one to start with. It hit the defender, Alexandre, on the chest. But England just buying a little bit of territorial advantage, trying to force Spain back to their final third. But here they come again, these Spaniards. They're so good on the counter-attack. And here comes Batil. She's got 2 in the middle for the cross. And it hits the defender Greenwood. Batil again, pulled back to the edge of the penalty area. It's been missed by the defender. Shot comes in from Mariana. And Anna Hampton having to dive to a right-hand side to field the ball. England making a complete dog's dinner of trying to clear that. Greenwood didn't cover herself in glory the first time. And what was Lucy Proms doing? Trying to head of the ball. Just clear it away. Hoof it. Do whatever you can to win the ball. Wasn't a very good header away. And she could have easily been punished there by Mariana. England have possession though. And they've got Emma Toon on the ball. Trying to lay the ball in. But the Spanish defence looking so assured. You just wonder if England are actually going to break through in this second half. 52 minutes gone in this final. And it's still Spain holding all the cards and all the aces. England in desperate trouble here. Bronze, I think, has conceded the throw. And, well, what does Sarina Wiegman do now? There has to be something going on to try and change all this. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm going to have to ban you, I'm afraid. There's some comments that are coming in that are just absolutely disgusting. And anyway, they are now gone. You are warned. You are warned, folks, that there are 7 moderators on these live streams. You forget all this. Instead of concentrating on the commentary, I'm having to warn people again, and I'll be making videos if this continues throughout the season. I'm sorry, Aberdeen Mike. Your comment fell below the standards we set on these channels. I'm afraid you will not be allowed to comment on this channel again because you're now barred. Right, back to the game. And all the very good people that are listening, I can actually see on my StreamYard page, Paul, and that's how I knew. I just think it's ridiculous in 2025 when we got Scottish football fans talking about Scottish football teams when the game is not involving any Scottish teams. It's 2 brilliant female international teams. It's absolutely ridiculous, and it will not be accepted on this channel as the shot comes in from Alexia, and it goes well wide of target. And I won't even tell you what. There was another commenter who has a swear word in his name, and he was absolutely scaring at me and some of you commenters as well. I'm not even going to mention the name of what he said. I agree, Paul. Why can't people just embrace the streets? If you don't, listen, I will tell you this once more. If you don't like the content, if you don't fancy listening to the content, switch over. Go and find another YouTube channel. Go watch Mark Goldbridge. Go and watch whatever. I'm not bothered. You know, I only want people following this content who genuinely like the content. If you want to go elsewhere where you can swear or whatever, go to Mark Goldbridge's channel or any other channel. We don't tolerate it. We are a family program, and that goes to TC Hub, Focus on Football, and Storm FM, the other TC Hub approved channels, along with my channel as well. Anyway, let's get back to the football. England have got some work to do here. 35 minutes of the second half left to play. And here it's just Carter on the ball. Ball back to Leah Williamson. Back to Hannah Hampton. Has made a save or 2 in his second half to keep England in the contest. I'm looking down at Sariga Beeman quite a lot now, looking at the body language. The ball knocked into the penalty area. Header wide, it's gone in! It's an equaliser! And it's Alessia Russo who's equalised. It's 1-1. England back in this game. And what a moment for them. Terrific moment. England are level. England are level in this European Championship final. 1-1. Alessia Russo, you beauty. Chloe Kelly involved on the left-hand side. It was a wonderful cross. Poor Spanish marking. And Kelly's cross with an absolute pearler. Right footer, curler. Took 2 Spanish defenders out of the game. Static defending. Not a lot that Catacol could do in the Spaniard goal. And sweeter than that, into the left-hand corner. It's 1-1. So, it's all square. And we've had more commenters that are going to be barred as well. I think we've got a few people. I think we've got a few keyboard warriors who just don't understand the concept. Anyway, another one, Alf Garnett has been fouled. Not the Alf Garnett, of course. He'd be a disgrace on Warren Mitchell as well, the actor that played him. By the way, Russo picks up a yellow card, possibly for a foul there or acceleration. I can't recall because I was too busy trying to do other things. But I can tell you now, England are level. What a piece. And we've got a match on now. England are back in this game, having been outplayed for most of it. And it shows Serena Wiegmann. And another foul there, this time Lucy Bronze. And Olga is going down as if she's been shot by Lee Harvey Oswald. Stephanie Fraffard now, the referee, the French, she's got to book him. She's got to book him, I think. Well, I think that's a bit harsh. It's a foul, yes. Yellow card. Not for me. I mean, that's a follow-through. I'm sorry. That's a poor decision from the referee. What could Lucy Bronze do there? It's momentum. You can't. Lucy Bronze is having a right go at the referee. I don't think that's a fair decision. I don't think that's a good decision at all. And Olga is going round as if she's been shot by Lee Harvey Oswald. And I don't like it when fellow pros try to get other players booked. There was nothing wrong with that challenge by Bronze. It was just momentum that took her into Olga. And Olga has made an absolute meal of it. And I'm sorry, but you're having... I'm sorry, Isaac. That comment is unacceptable. Absolutely ridiculous. You're being reported and you're being... And again, no more... We're getting bad commenters on this channel again. So more comments rejected. We're having quite a lot to do. Remember, you can't... If you want... Listen, I'm going to tell you once again, I'm missing big moments in the game because you guys are putting me off. If you want to listen to the content, enjoy it, comment respectfully. If you don't want to comment respectfully or you don't like the content, just buzz off. I cannot tell you quickly enough. And all these people that are causing trouble, have you ever run a YouTube channel? Have you ever actually tried to put up content? I don't want to turn this into a rant, but I'm doing this because people enjoy the content that I put out. And I will be making a video after this game. Anyway, we've got a final to finish here. It's 1-1. Shot comes in from Spain, who attacked the goal to my right, left-hand side. And Chloe Kelly knocks it out of play. I think we've got some male chauvinistic pigs who probably don't like the fact that we're covering a women's football match. I don't care. This is England women. They deserve a lot of coverage. They deserve respect. We're in the age now where women's football is very much accepted in today's modern society. And the sooner people come out of the old chauvinistic ways, the better. Anyway, 1-1 in the Women's Euros final. And we've got a match with a vengeance now. It has been 60 minutes of high-octane football here. And the crowd with England at the moment. 1-1. Spain still dominating possession. You won't be surprised. And so Russo with the equaliser. 1-1 it is. Just to go through the stats with you now. Still Spain dominating possession, 61-39. England have had 8 attempts to Spain's 12. And we've had 31 attacks from Spain to 23 from England. 1 corner apiece. And Spain's just about 4% accurate in the passing stakes. It doesn't really matter too much, really. As England come forward, and it's Chloe Kelly again on that far side. And another good cross. This time looking for Hemp on the far post. Goal kick to Spain. It came up Hemp last. Well, we now start the Player of the Match award. And this is your chance now to get involved. All the good people out there who have been commenting all afternoon. All the good people now. I haven't got time for spammers or people who just have got nothing good to say. So I'm putting it out to all the commenters, to Russ, to Paul, and to Kevin and a few others. Name of the player, please. You've got about 60. We'll start it from about the 70th minute. Name of the player you want to see win our supplementary award, and hashtag it with the hashtag JBPT POTM. So hashtag it with the hashtag name of the player, hashtag it with the hashtag JBPOTM. But we start on the 70th minute. I'll name it Shane Kevin. I don't care anymore. Good ball forward again. Chloe Kelly involved once more. And she goes down, but not in a Mumford Sunday. It was Greenwoods, rather, who went forward, but not in a Mumford Sunday. She was going to get a spot kick. But Chloe Kelly has made the impact again. Sorry, Spain. This is not a siesta. Wakey, wakey, says one English banner. And the good thing about the women's game, you don't get your hooligan fringes. You don't get violence. It's a wonderful atmosphere to be in women's football. And I think more people should go to the WSL or your local women's team. Give them to your support throughout the next season or two. The actual season for the women start in, I think it's September, mid-September, I think. And they'd love to start the new domestic season in England. But the England women's team on top of Europe once again. They're level in this final, and Bronze making an inspired run, but well tracked by Guiaro, who gets the ball back to Kata Cole, and Cole playing it out of trouble. That's going to be a foul, I think. Yes, it is. Stephanie Fraffar, the referee. And Nicholas is on. Hi, Nick. He's been doing some of the commentary highlights for the TC Hub during this tournament, and we have to thank Nicholas for his good work in that. Nicholas, who worked alongside me 3 years ago when we were both at Wembley, when I hosted the coverage of the final, which England won through a late goal from Chloe Kelly, no less. But here comes Spain. But England showing more determination, but they're giving the ball away cheaply, and you don't want to be doing on the edge of your own penalty area. Here's Alexia now, edge of the area, but she's had to retreat back. Yes, we can start. Well, we started at the 65th minute. So, player of the match, Lauren Hemp. One vote for Lauren Hemp. We'll start it from the 65th minute. Why not? Anyway, here goes the aforementioned Alicia Russo. She's the one who's got the equaliser. I'm sure there'll be a few votes, possibly for Chloe Kelly. And here she is on the ball now, touching it back to Georgia Stanway inside the centre circle. Uses Lucy Brobs. He's got to watch her step now because she's on a yellow card, of course. Bronze keeps possession. England just having a little bit of possession now. That's a decent sign for the English now as we're now going to what Sir Alex Ferguson would used to call squeaky bum time. 66 gone. In Bal. England 1, Spain 1 in the Women's Euro final of 2025. Live on JB Sports, but here comes Spain. Shot comes in from Afinia, and it's well wide of the goal. More likely to hit the side netting than the back of the net. Scored a similar goal to the one in the semi-final, which pulled the German goalkeeper. But Anna Hampton, who's had such a good tournament from a personal level, has done remarkably well. So we're approaching the 67th minute of this final. And still, we don't know who's going to win it. The scores are deadlocked at 1-1. We're going to see Pina come on. Claudia Pina is the player that's about to enter the fray for Spain. Certainly had a siesta to their back four on the England equaliser. Let's hope they have another siesta and let England in for another. Out comes Hampton to let the long ball go into touch for a goal kick. One vote for Lauren Hemp. That's all we've had so far. Excuse me. Tell you what, the more finals you do and the older you get, the more your voice becomes a lot more deeper. England 1, Spain 1 here on JB Sports. Live audio commentary. And here is Ella Toon picking the ball up, finding Chloe Kelly inside the area. Kelly shoots across the face and wide of the far post. Corner kick. I mean, Katakol must have got a hand on that. It's a corner kick to England. They're going for Spain. They're going for the cutthroat. And Chloe Kelly is making things happen. She's just forced a very good save there. Was this going in the back of the net? Oh, I think it was, you know. And Katakol had to dive away to her left and get a big left paw on that and get it out for a corner, which Kelly herself will take from the near side. England now. Can they make it count from a set play? 69 minutes almost played here in Basel in this European final. Kelly's corner into the area. They all went for it, and in the end, I think it was Greenwood who just miscontrolled it. And then Carter sensibly gets it back to Anna Hampton midway inside her own half. That's a good ball to pick out Kelly. Oh, just slipped at a vital moment. Not Kelly's fault. She just slipped. And it's given possession back to the Spaniards, who can now reconvene their ticky-tacky stuff. Mariana now choosing to run at tip enders. This looks unpromising there for the Spanish. As Pina gets the cross in from the left-hand side. But again, England, stout as you like, in their defence. 1-1. Can England find something? They've still got a little bit of defending to do here. A Phineas cross towards the near post and well taken at the near, under a bit of pressure by Anna Hampton. This is getting tense. It's getting bitty a bit now. And here comes Michelle Adjiman, the woman for all seasons. Now, who does she replace? Lauren Hemp is the one that's going off. Oh, it's not. It's not Lauren Hemp. It's Alexia who's going off. It's a Spanish substitution. And Claudia Pina now is now on. Could she be the difference for Spain? I wonder. Don't forget, player with a match vote. Name of the player. And then you hashtag it with the hashtag JBPTPOTM. It's Russo off. Had your man on. The player who has the most votes will win our supplementary award, whether we go to extra time or not. Could she be a late? Well, she's got 20 minutes to impress you guys. If she scores the winner, maybe the award will be hers. Who knows? She's saved England many a time. She's the only Gunnar Solskjaer of English women's football at the moment. Spain have a player down. And things just getting a little bit tense out there. It's Olga again involved with Lucy Bronze, is it? Well, Olga is... well, there's nothing in that. Olga goes down as if she's been shot by Leo Harvey Oswald, I have to say. There's a friendly arm, but Olga makes such a big deal of it. Just shut up and get on with the game. The attendance here in Basel tonight, 34,203. A good attendance. And Buses and Trains TV, good evening to you. Patrick Angerman's daughter will score the winner. I don't know if she was... Is she Patrick Angerman daughter? I don't know. Anyway, new record, 600... I don't know how many was there, but it's over 600,000 that have seen the Women's Euros, so it's a new record anyway. As Chloe Kelly sets off, but the goalkeeper straight out of the goal. Katakol playing, doing a Manuel Neuer, if you like, playing sweeper keeper. Concedes a throw in on the far side to England. Level with the Spanish 18-yard box. England going for it now. They might as well have a go now with 18 minutes to play. try and win it before the 90 if you can. If Chloe Kelly can get on the ball often enough, which she can't on that occasion, if you can get her on the ball and do a bit of damage down that left-hand side, well, you never know. Paella, I prefer risotto. Godante is Kevin's choice for player of the match. So one vote for Mariana Canoltri and one for Lauren Hemp. So one apiece as Pina comes forward for Spain. Pina gets it back on the left-hand side. This is Claudia Pina inside the penalty area. Claudia Pina shoots. Good save. Anna Hampton. And turned away by the defender, Williamson, for a corner. Claudia Pina showing how good a player she really is. Takes on Lucy Bronze. Beats her for pace, to use a cricketing term. Gets a shot off. It was hit with some venom. But the goalkeeper, Hampton, stood up well and made a good save. It's a corner kick. And Claudia Pina will take it for Spain near side. 1-1 the score. 16 minutes to play. Oh, and it went towards the near post and still not away yet. Pina has it now on the left-hand side, who took the original corner. And it goes away by Adjiman, but not very far. Marti now. And Spain looking to score again. Bronze with a good interception. And it had to be because Paredes was forward as well. So another corner. Let's hope Buses and Trains is right. And Anjuman scores, but she had to do a bit of defending there. She might have to now in a few seconds. Paredes is up from the back here. Only got 13 goals to her name out of subbing in a region of about 100 no caps. As England clear that one okay. Carter gets it out, but again, Spain are coming back at them now. And another foul there. This time Carter is penalised. How you knows, folks? Let me know in the comments. Oh, I don't think there was anything in that at all. I think the Spanish captain has absolutely conned the referee there. I have to say, some of the theatrics of the Spanish players tonight, Olga in particular, have been shocking. And referee Frafra, who's supposed to be one of the best referees in the women's game, has felt for a few of those tonight, I'm afraid. But it's in England. But Claudia Pina has made a bit of a difference. Is coming on. Forced to save for two from Hampton. Has put some really good set plays into the mix. He's going to take this free kick from the far side. Again, we're all about the pushing and shoving. And it's missed everybody in the end. But it's going to come here to Olga Carmona. Again, she goes down. And the referee this time sees right through her theatrics and plays, and quite rightly plays on as Hemp buys some yardage and some time and a throw in for England, which they try to take too quickly. I think the referees like it. But having said that, England will be happy just to get the ball further forward now. Let's get physical, says Kevin. Well, England have got to use their physicality now, because in terms of actual footballing ability, Spain statistically have outshone them, but not in terms of the scoreline. One apiece it is. England have got to play to their strengths and try and put Spain under an awful lot of pressure. Can Hemp do that now inside the Spanish penalty area? Hemp needs to dig out across, and she picked the wrong pass. But England fortuitously get the ball back. Now then, can they provide something very special here? Hemp with a cross, looking towards Adjiman, who flicks it on, nearly finding Kelly. It does find Kelly. She stayed on side to her credit. England just need to pump that ball into the penalty area, but they're going backwards, possibly now to come forwards with Williamson, the captain. Williamson, she almost showed down the river, but they've got possession. Greenwood's cross. And Spain hack it away. But England asking a question of three here. Encouraging signs for Serena's troops here. As Walsh plays the ball in. And now Carter just says, let's just slow it down a little bit, frustrate the Spanish. Plays it to Williamson. On in turn to Hemp. Hemp turns. And Toon looks as if she was fouled there, but misses. But referee Frafford allows it to go on. Here's Claudia Pina. There might be all hell loses space. Score here. Cross comes in, hits Lucy Bronze, and she goes down. Looks as if she's gone down with maybe winded, maybe because it hit the ball, hit her in the chest. But to me, they look to foul in the build-up here. Watch this on Lauren Hemp. But oh no, this was the earlier chance. I'm just wondering if there was a foul in the first place. But Chloe Kelly is making things happen. And if her and Adjaman can try and bring something together now in this remaining 12 minutes, provided they don't concede from this corner, of course, then anything is possible. But it's Claudia Pina with this corner from the near side, well headed away by the England defence. To a woman, they've been superb. But England have just got to keep their wits about them now for the remaining 11 minutes plus injury time at the end of this game. Bronze is struggling. It's quite clear to me. Lucy Bronze is struggling. Got to bully Smed a little bit. They look a bit fragile on the break. They do. But there is concern for Lucy Bronze. Now, what's happened with Anna Hampton as well? She's needing some treatment as well. This isn't good signs for England at the moment, I must admit. Just to remind you of all the other sport that's been going on around the world today. India have frustrated England in the fourth test at Old Trafford. The match has been drawn. And Oscar Pastari has won the Belgian Grand Prix after a rain delay at Spa. And Pogacar has won his fourth Tour de France as Van Aert takes the final stage win on the Champs-Élysées. And Ruben Diaz is going to Bayern Munich. Those are the big sports news away from the Women's Euros. 10 to play. What does Serena do now? She's got plenty to do here now. Well, Lucy Bronze, I'm pleased to report, is on her feet. And Anna Hampton looks as if she's going to continue. She's putting the gloves back on. I'm also pleased to report. So at least a couple of minutes will be added on at the end for the injuries. How much more with the substitutions? You're looking at maybe at 3 or 4 minutes. Queens of Europe. I've seen a little crowd with Queens of Europe on the front there on one supporter. I have to say the support for both England and Spain tonight has been top rate. 30,000 inside the stadium. Not the biggest stadium in the world hosting this final. Switzerland's not the biggest football nation in the world, but they've done a decent job putting the Women's Euros on. But to get an attractive audience of 600,000 to come through the turnstiles for all the games that have taken place in this tournament is a terrific achievement. It's been very, very well supported. But England are still in this final. One apiece. Here's Ella Toon now for England. Has to go back to Bronze. Looks okay. Brings the ball in there to Kira Walsh. The ball out of play for a throw. Coming up to 20-7 in the UK. We're coming towards the end now. It's been a tense. Kevin, just to remind, coming. Yes, it goes to extra time if it's level. So if there's no further scoring until the end, we will go into half an hour's extra time. If it's level after extra time, Kev, it will be a penalty shootout. But if we go that far, I'll explain the rules then. What you need to know, folks, it's 1-1 here in this Women's Euro final. England 1, Spain 1. Spain leading at half-time. It was a goal from Mariano after 25 minutes. But then it was cancelled out on the 57-minute by Alicia Wilson, has now gone off. They've got both super subs on England. Remember, a year ago, England and Spain met in the men's tournament, and it was evenly poised up until the last 8 minutes, and Spain stole it away from England. Is history going to repeat itself for the women? Not this time. Away by Kelly. But only as far as number 4 here, the captain, Paredes. Uses Alexandri. Going through the central channels now, Spain, as they go into the last 6 minutes of normal time here, as Claudia Pina gets the ball. Bronze just needs to stay stopped. The cross comes in. Hampton, dropped it for a second and was thankful that there was no Spanish player within a 2 or 3 yard vicinity of it. Otherwise, that mistake could have been fatal to England's chances. First mistake Hampton has made, and thankfully, what was on her side in terms of no Spanish player within no more than a 3 yard radius of her there. Mind you, we are going to get a few hearty mouth moments from now to the end. I might as well tell you now. Don't forget, you've got 6 minutes to choose your player of the match. Name of the player you want to see win. Hashtag it with the PLTM, please. Six minutes to choose your player of the match. England 1, Spain 1. I'm not really bothered about the ball possession. Spain have had lots of that, nearly 60%. But again, that doesn't matter one job. It's the scoreline that you can see on your screen that we're concerned about. England 1, Spain 1. This is Lauren Hemp now for England. Down the left-hand side, Hemp. Oh, not a good ball. Not a good ball at all. Maybe the thinking from England now is a little bit tiresome. Remember, they've had to be forced into extra time on penalties in each of the last 2 games. Certainly a quarter-final when they went to penalties. And then had to beat the Italians in extra time. We're now going to see Beth Mead come on. We're going to see 2 more Spaniards come on. Number 19, Vicky Lopez. Number 2 is the player to make way. Beth Mead will come on now. It's just a stop line. Lee Harvey Oswald, anyone. I know. It's just a thing that I've just got stuck in the head. Anyway, it's a throw to England. I'm not sure if Spain have made their changes yet. They were preparing to come on. England ball midway inside the Spanish half, but Spain have got the next throw, which gives them an opportunity to clear their lines again. Olga to take the throw. I have been very, very disappointed in the way that she's rolled around on the deck. Come the referee on a couple of occasions, which I think is disgraceful, but she's still a quality player, regardless of all that. And here goes Spain now. England a little bit stretched. It's 3-on-2, though. But England have got numbers back. But Spain have still got the quality to strike a dagger into English hearts for the second summer into, possibly the second summer in a row. England have got to get a free kick. Afenia penalised. Foul there on Georgia Stanway, and England will be relieved about that. So at the moment, we've got one vote each for Lauren Hemp and for Mariana. And we've got about 2 minutes to go. So we need probably one more vote to decide this. Will it be Lauren Hemp or will it be, as we see, Parinello come on as well? And we're going to also see, Vicky Lopez on as well. Number 18, she's a brilliant player. So 2 minutes to go. It's England 1, Spain 1. And it looks like we're going to have a draw for the player of the match. Unless one of those two get a vote in the next, 90 seconds? Greenwood to take the throw. Deep inside Spain territory. It's been an hard-fought match. It really has. But it's been brilliant. It's been enjoyable. And we still might have another half an hour of this to go yet, folks. Which will delay my evening meal longer. But even so, it's a pleasure to see England win a trophy. Here's Claudia Pida. Gets it forward. Here's a problem here. Vicky Lopez closing in. Gets the shot away. Good defending by Jess Carter. So just to confirm the substitutions, Affinium is off. And it's Salma Polaro who's on. And Esther Gonzalez is off. Vicky Lopez is on. So forward for a forward for a midfield player. So we're now into the first minute of stoppage time. Pina with the corner into the penalty area. Comes out here to Bernardi, and Bernardi shoots, and the defender gets in the way. Great block there by Beth Mead. I think that was going into the back of the net. And Beth Mead did very, very well. Looks like a draw for the player of the match. We're going to call it a draw between Mariana and Lauren Hemp. So they get joint player of the matches. So no more voting for player of the match, please. Thank you very much for your contributions for that. All two of them. Anyway, well done, Paul. Well done, Kevin. 1-1 here as we go into the... I'm going to go in a draw. You can't do it on alphabetical order, Kevin. You just can't. Anyway, whilst we were talking, Sama Paolo hits the shot well wide of target. Well, looks like more extra time for Serena's troops again. Unless there's a twist in the tail right at the end of this. 3 minutes of the 4 to go. And I should stress at this point, it is a minimum of 4 minutes. Because Stephanie Fafra could add on extra time on top of that if she so wishes. She's the lady in charge of all this tonight. And she's going to blow the whistle now. And I think they're going to give England a decision. Yes, they are. Foul on Edgerman by the looks of it. Well, it's a foul against Edgerman, actually. So it's a free kick impact to Spain. Although it looked as if she pointed towards England. Anyway, it's 1-1 here. We've played 2 of the 4 minutes. And it looks as if we're going to go all the way, folks. Definitely to extra time, at least. Unless there's a turn up for the Bucks job now in the next 2 minutes. England, I think they do have an extra substitute in extra time. I think that's the rule. But whatever happens from now on in, we've got joint player of the match. Don't forget, we're bringing this game to an absolute conclusion. We will be going on. I'm bringing you the full 30 minutes of extra time should we need it. But a goal here could remove the necessity for penalties. It might come from Vicky Lopez inside the penalty area. Shot comes in and over the top. Oh, it was Vicky Lopez in the end. It was the first step it came. But Payaro, the first shot was charged away by the defender, was it? Or no, she played it into Vicky Lopez, who in the end shot over the top. Kevin says, just been on, said, first time I listened to you, 2016, Iceland, England. Yeah, 9 years ago, that, Kev, Roy Hodgson's final game in charge. English football's come a long way since those mad, sad days. Worst defeat for any England team since the men's team were beaten in Belo Horizonte by the Americans in the 1950 World Cup, of course. 15 seconds of stoppage time to go in this one. England women won, Spain women won in the Women's Euros. Looks like extra time's going to come, folks. Unless Vicky Lopez can inspire Spain to break English hearts once again. England have just got to stay compact, stay controlled. Don't give anything silly away. And they've done just that. And there we go. End of 90 minutes. One apiece it finishes. So now we've got a heart-rending business of 30 minutes of extra time. Hold on to your hats, folks. This is going to be a bumpy 30 minutes ahead. This is where the two coaches, Johnson Tom and Serena Biegman, have to earn their money. So we're going to take a 2-minute break and we'll join you for the extra time in just a second or two on JB Sports. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Bar, where we're just about to start the first period of extra time. Just to remind you of the rules for extra time as Beth Mead prepares to get us up and running again in the first period of extra time. England 1, Spain 1, don't forget. We're all set to go. All 22 players set to reconvene, and off we go. So it's all or nothing now. Just remind you of the rules of extra time, folks. We have 15 minutes each way. If it's level after 15, up to the 2 blocks of 15, then we go to a penalty shootout to decide. Spain are playing their second stint of extra time. This will be England spurred forward into extra time. They needed extra time in their previous 2 matches. It's level at 1-1. But now it's all about character and courage rather than pretty football for the next 30. England have got to show a little bit of courage, but this is Vicky Lopez. Decent cross. Hampton didn't get there, but Lucy Brom certainly did. It's a corner to Spain at the start of the first half of extra time. Russ has been on during the break saying Michelle Angerman for winner in extra time, anyone? And Kevin replying, it would be great if she scored a 30-meter worldie. Well, we call it yards in Britain. Anyway, corner kick. And it goes to the penalty area. Headed away by England. It was Claudia Pina who took the corner. She likes to bend them into the near post. This is Claudia Pina again. Decent looking cross. Too close to Hannah Hampton. Took it unchallenged on the edge of her own 6-yard line. And England, for the moment anyway, are surviving. But surviving well. England 1, Spain 1. We played 1 minute and 43 of the extra half an hour. One way to go yet. And of course, we'll have... Of course, we'll have the whole presentation, whether England win this trophy or not. We'll be with you until the bitter end. As ITV promote their latest drama, that's going to be now at 9 o'clock. It's called Karen Pirie, a Scottish detective, no less. It's actually a good watch if you want to see it on ITVX. Here on JB Sports, we don't have any dramas. As the ball is knocked forward, that's surely going to be offside against Georgia Stanley, but the referee allowed it to play on because it was in Spain hand. Tommy's been on. I'll read his comment in a minute or two. And just as I said, 15 minutes each way. If we can't find a winner, then we go to a penalty shootout. This is Vicky Lopez playing the ball into the penalty area. Looking for a colleague, Salma Beriano, but she couldn't be found. England have got fresh legs further forward to defend now from Spain. Here's Vicky Lopez again. She's causing a lot of trouble. Decent cross towards Claudia Pina, but Claudia Pina couldn't get on the end of that. And thankfully for England, it's a goal kick. Tom has been on, as I said. Come on, England. Quite frankly, JB, do you think it's been a good display from the team? It's not been vintage, Tom, by any means. But in terms of commitment, courage, and endeavour, it's been in abundance. If the football hasn't been there, there has been a few heart-stopping moments during the 90 minutes, I can tell you. But let's be fair, it would not be England if it was winning easily and playing pretty football, would it? England, any England football team or any England team don't do things the easy way. You just have to look at the World Cups that have been won by the men's football team in '66. We needed extra time to beat Germany in that one. Then you go back to 2003 and the rugby boys and beating Australia. Went to the last seconds. Yellow card being shown again. I think it's Lauren Hemp who gets the booking. Let's have a look whether that was a foul. Yeah, stuns on a foot. But Marty was definitely fouled there, and a definite yellow card for Lauren Hemp. The English boys needed extra time and the very last second for Johnny Wilkinson to drop a goal to win the Rugby World Cup in 2003, and then in 2019 we needed a super over to beat your native New Zealand in the Cricket World Cup final at Lords. So English teams never do things the easy way. And England, of course, in the Women's Euros 3 years ago, had to come from behind to beat the Germans, I think. Chloe Kelly, with 2 minutes to spare, winning the day at Wembley. England in a quiet first 5 minutes of the second half. Ball tossed into the penalty area. The Spanish again. England just not doing things easy at the moment. I'm trying to stay as calm as a cucumber here, but it's very hard. I had to mention it because it fits in with how English teams go about winning things. We don't ever make it easy for ourselves. That's the trouble. One apiece if you've just joined us late. As soon as we get a break in play, I'll remind you what's been going on in this final. Remember, England's men's cricket team have drawn with India in the cricket at Old Trafford today. Bistari has won the Belgian Grand Prix Spa. And here in this European Championship final, it's England 1, Spain 1. And here's Lauren Hemp, who's just been booked. She can't afford to go into gun-ho now on any Spaniard. Otherwise, she could get a second bookable offence. Meanwhile, there could be a problem here. Good challenge again. But Marty was about to shoot. She shot with her left foot. But good block. And Lucy Bronze feeling a bit of cramp on her right-hand side now. Tell you what, she's been through the wars of the last dozen or so years playing in the white of England. I think we should rename her Lucy Gold rather than Bronze. Every time when it matters for England on the world stage, Lucy Bronze always puts in gold standard performances. And she's really, really struggling now. Maybe Serena may be forcing to making a substitution. And that would limit the penalty taking options as well, because if you saw that penalty shootout last weekend, Lucy Bronze took the best penalty of the lot. Just absolutely whacked it past the goalkeeper. One of the best penalties out of a shootout that was quite frankly forgettable. I'm not sure she's going to have to take one now because we're going to see Charles come on now for England. This does not look good. But no one can ever criticise Lucy Bronze. She's such a warrior, such a workhorse. She never knows when she's beaten. Wild horses would not drag her away, but unfortunately, the physios have got a different idea, I'm afraid. And England are forced into a substitution. So we're going to see Niamh Charles come on. An Irish name, definitely English. Maybe Lucy Bronze wants to carry on. Well, Niamh Charles is about to be prepared unless they've convinced Serena to give Lucy Bronze 5 minutes. I don't know, but well, read into that if you will. Lucy Bronze is certainly a player that plays on courage, but she's a gold standard defender. Cross comes into the penalty area. Chance here for Bronze to test herself out. She went to go for a header, which she didn't get. And Spain still attacking in abundance, and Hemp has kept that in. He's kept that not once, but twice. Now she's running at Claudia Pina, but no one's kept the ball away. But England now going to play the ball out. But a good interception there by the Spaniards. Here comes Greenwood. He gets the ball over the top. Now it's in the Spain half. Beth Mead battling with the defender there. Paredes. the Spanish captain. We played 9.5 minutes of the first period of extra time. And it's still England 1, Spain 1. 15 minutes each way. No decision in the 2 bouts of 15 minutes, 2 out of 15. Then it will be a penalty shootout. And I would not want to be anybody that would have to take a penalty at that point. But it's a long way to go from there. England are still hanging on. And they've got to hang on now. As Pina chases the cross in from the pass. The cross from the far side. Here she comes now. Claudia Pina. She's going to go at Bronze again. She's going to turn it in. And it's a good effort. But it's well wide of the back post. I think he got a deflection on the way. And it will be a Spanish corner. We're going to see Myra Le Tissier possibly. There's also Myra Le Tissier warming up as well at Manchester United. 11 minutes gone of the first period of extra time. 4 minutes plus stoppage time to play the first period. England 1, Spain 1 in the European Championship final. Both teams not prepared to chicken out of the fight. Adjeman has been a little nonplussed in this extra period. We've not seen much of her, but sometimes in life you only need 1 second to score a goal. As the great Brian Clough used to say, it only takes a second to score a goal. And if England get that one opportunity and take it, then one of these girls will go down in women's English as a national hero, that's for sure. Like Chloe Kelly was 3 years ago. Maybe Chloe Kelly could do it again. Who knows? Ball out of play on the far side. It'll be a throw to Spain. 12 minutes played of extra time. 3 minutes of the first period to play. It's been tight. It's been tense. It's been tough. But England are still in there. Yes. Statistically, Spain have had everything. Possession, more chances, better passing percentages. You can reel off as many stats as you want in favour of the team in red. But England are fighting. They're still level. They're still on parity. And here's him down the left-hand side, down the right-hand side. Crossing towards Adjeman. Couldn't control it. And in the end, it's away by Guiaro. And now, Lucy Bronze will take the England throw. We are coming. 2 minutes to go of the first period of extra time. England attacking the goal to our left, remember. Spain the right in this first period. Now, usually the rule in between the 2 halves of 15, that's a free kick against Adjeman, who's perplexed and a little bit nonplussed by that. She can't believe it. And let's see if that's a foul. That's not a foul. I'm sorry. That's not a foul. She gets the ball. Never mind the follow through. There's nothing she can do about that. And yet the Spaniards, again, by the referee decisions. That's a disgraceful decision from Stephanie Frappart. And Adjeman has every justification there of being completely annoyed by the decision. England not really having the rub of the green in terms of big referee decisions. You're just going to put all that to one side now and just go and dig in there. And if you can get one break, take that break. Hannah Hampton now in possession for England inside their own penalty area. 1-1 it is as we go into the final minute of regulation time of the first 15. They put in a pointless statistic of passes up. Yes, who cares that Spain have made over 600 passes. Who gives a monkeys? The scoreline that we're interested, the stat that we're interested in on JB Sports is England 1, Spain 1. We're not interested in how many passes they put together. It's just pointless statistics that are being put up on the screen. The average viewer or listener do not want to know. Oh, did that look a penalty? It is a penalty! England have got a penalty, have they? No, they haven't. I thought the referee had pointed to the spot. To be fair to Lauren M, she didn't complain too much. I thought for a moment the referee had pointed to the spot. She did look on her body language. It is a goal kick in the end, but I thought it was a penalty. False alarm, folks. It's not a penalty. Even the best commentators can get it wrong sometimes. It was a goal kick, but it did look from Stephanie Frappard's first body language that she pointed to the spot. Free kick to Spain. That is a certainty. 2 added minutes, and we played almost one of them. 45 seconds of the 2 played. I'm getting too old. I'm getting too old for this game. I might have to do another 2 years of commentary over JB Sports and then just retire and hand it over to younger people, because the older I get, the more tenser I get. It was a pen. It wasn't a pen. There's a telltale sign, buses, and trains, that not many people were. I was just looking at the body language of the referee. And for the first glance, it was nothing. I mean, looked at the replay, it wasn't a penalty, I can tell you. Anyway, Vicky Lopez for Spain. We've got about 45 seconds of the 2 minutes to play. Now then, Batil, down the right-hand side, gets to the byline. Needs support. Vicky Lopez is there. Batil gets the ball back. Both teams now starting to tire a little bit. Batil, though, Paul running. Gets to the byline. Oh, and Lopez was half an inch away inside the 6-yard area, getting on the end of that. And England somehow managed to scramble it clear. 5 seconds of the 2 to play. And the end of the first half. Almost a real body blow that for England. But they're hanging on in there by fingernails. Cross was deflected. And, well, that was very close. Oh, and it just needed a better contact from Vicky Lopez. And Spain would have been back in front. And I don't think anyone would have argued with that. In fact, it was Paello. But anyway, I think the whistle's gone. And it's half-time in extra time. So 1-1 is the scoreline. And now it's all on the next 15 minutes, folks. Both teams having some team talks now. We're going to stay with you now. The rain coming down here in Bow. But it's not raining on England's parade yet. All right. In for the long haul now, ladies and gents. It's been a long night. We started this broadcast off nearly 2.5 hours ago. And just to remind you, the goal scorer is Leila Kiabi is on for Olga. And Nee Charles is on for Lucy Bronze. So a couple of changes been made. Just to remind you, Mariano with a goal on 25 minutes, putting Spain ahead. But then Alicia Russo, who's later substituted, equalised on 57 as we see Nee Charles now come on. Lucy Bronze. Well, maybe Serena thought, let's just take it out of her hands, maybe. Lucy Bronze will run on adrenaline. but she has been the gold standard mark of women's defence for well over a decade now, Lucy Bronze. It's all about the next 15 minutes now, folks. No winner in the next 15. It will be a penalty shootout as we get the second period of extra time away. But if it does end level, whether it's 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, and the unlikely event it could end 3-3, then we will go to a penalty shootout. England now defending the goal to our left and attacking the goal to our right. Spain to the left. And there's a chance here already in the opening stages. Claudia Pina inside the penalty area across the face of the goal. And wide of the target. Spain starting very, very positively. And that's not good signs for England. Pina's cross. And thankfully for England, nobody was in the 6-yard box to tap that over the Spaniards. Oh, that's just a goal kick. Well, imagine what this team would be like if Dyche was the coach. Well, I don't even want to go there with that one. Well, folks, what do you reckon? Penalties or a late winner? Let me know in the comments below what you think might happen. Not asking you to predict the future. Tell you what, though, we've had 31 attempts in all. It's not been a boring final by any means. It's been plenty of excitement, plenty of nail-biting tension. It has been nothing but dull this last 2.5 hours. Let me tell you. Another foul, free kick to Spain. I think Stephanie Farfar, from her own high standards, has had an indifferent sort of game. Well, I think she played for that, Olga. The number 2. I think some of the theatrics from Spain have left a lot to be desired. If I could criticise Spain for one thing, it would be that. But as a football team, they are good to watch and they are pleasing on the eye. The football ladies. Anyway, free kick. 1-1 is the score. Mariana for Spain. Russo for England. We played nearly 2.5 minutes of the second period of extra time in Bao. And we're now into the next goal wins territory towards the near post. And Adjaman can get that away for England. In fact, referee, has she pulled it back? No, she's let it go on. I have to say, referees try and give the game every chance to breathe. There must have been an offside as that ball was played in. Number 8 there, Strain offside. Mariana. Claudia Pina is a very good speed specialist and she's caused England 1 or 2 troubles tonight in those situations. As the goal kick comes in. Chipped over the top. One is the score as we go into. Oh, now Hedberg stolen the ball. Now she's got Aggerman in the middle. She can find it. No, this time. But England, well, I don't think they were prepared. I don't think Hemp realised that she was going to get the ball, and she just didn't have enough support. There's a free kick given against England. But now we're coming towards the end where it's just who's got the biggest guts now. It's not actual skill and what style you play. It's all about adrenaline and who's got the bottle. And it's Spain now on the attack. England have got 3 back here in this attack. Pull back across and well read there, Niamh Charles. She had to get there. That was a good cut back and it was a dangerous one. But Niamh Charles read the danger and read it so well. And the ball knocked back across and a good challenge again. England going all the way now. Georgia Stanway with a challenge. It's another corner. Cue Claudia Pina. I'm getting too old for this game. I'm really honestly getting too old for this game. We're going all the way, guys, to the end. I said say it was going to be a bumper ride. Corner comes into the area and a turn. Oh, the shot on the turn by Soma Piara, and he should have made better contact inside the 6-yard area. Then I fear that might have been curtains for England. Oh, well defended as well. Looks like it was Georgia Stanway who did enough to put her off. And she's hurt herself in the process. But she just needed better contact there, Salma. And that was in the back of the net. We are absolutely going all the way now. It's been long, but it's been excitable. It's been tense, it's been tough, it's been everything that you could imagine a final to be. We've got 10 minutes, just less than 10 minutes to play, 9 to play in fact. And Spain going for the kill. Can England hang in there and at least take this to penalties? Spain are asking all the questions here in this European final. Just one moment of genius. England looking a well-spent force here. Oh, good cross, but well repelled by Hampton. Decent cross by Una Batil. Decent cross by her, but well repelled. It's been a long night. Header one again. Adjaman involved once more. Kevin says he went back to Fox commentary and lasted 5 seconds listening to a basketball game. Terrible. I'm not going to commentate on any other commentator. I'm sat with Oxton Moore, Robin Cowan, Seb Hutchinson, all of these guys. I don't criticise any of them. Seb Hutchinson does got a good job. I'm not Robin Cowan's biggest fan, but some of the commentary she's performed, it's been of a gold standard. But here come the Spanish again. And they've got an overload here on the far side. England have got to be wary. Shot comes in and over the top from Vicky Lopez with the left foot to the right of the penalty area. England don't half drag us through the mill. They don't half drag us through the mill. Thankfully, Lopez's radar was way off kilter. And we've got Georgia Stanway down now. Well, the medical team of England, well, they're certainly earning a lot of overtime tonight, that's for sure. Prayers being offered by England fans in the stadium. How you feeling at home now listening to this, folks? But whatever happens from now on in, Serena and her troops can hold their heads up high, whatever. Because this display from them tonight has been nothing but heroic, glorious, and courageous. You've not missed anything. Well, I'm just pausing for a little bit. I've got to get my breath back. Here's Hampton with the right-footed goal kick. Looking for Kelly. Well, Corey Kelly and Adjaman might be needed for the penalties. Empire's trying to win a corner. She claims the corner and she's got it. Now then, England, 6 minutes to go. Might be a bit of a disputed corner, but you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. This is a great opportunity now for England to win the final. Substitution time for England. Georgia Stanway off. Clinton is now on. Grace Clinton, who plays football for Manchester United. Could she come on and score? Who knows? It's 1-1 here. Chloe Kelly needs a good delivery. Now, the referee has blown up. I think she's not happy with a little jostling inside the 6-yard area. I think Grace Clinton is trying to cause some... He's trying to cause a little bit of mayhem. But that's unsettling the Spanish as we go into the final 5 minutes. So Kelly has a second go at this. Come on, England. Believe in yourselves. Get ahead on it. Clearly into the penalty area. And well taken by Katakau. And a little bit of excitement quelled by that. It wasn't the best delivery I've seen Chloe Kelly put in. It's a free kick to Spain. No, Buses, you've got it wrong. It's not a pen. That's a telltale sign when nobody appeals for a possible penalty. 4 minutes to play of extra time plus injury time. England have had a decent couple of minutes and have forced a bit of pressure at the Spaniards. Encouraging signs, but I think Serena's girls will, will settle for penalties at this point if you offered it them now. Considering how high quality Spain are as an attacking force. Ball towards the far post, and Salma was up there. She got ahead on that, but it didn't. It just lacked conviction and direction. Otherwise, that was the finish for England. Hampton got there and quelled it. 3 minutes of extra time to play. Thank you for joining us on JB Sports. For this Women's Euros 25 final. The whole nation believes in England. Can they hold on? Or maybe do the unthinkable. Get forward and score. It has been known already in this tournament. England, when it seems beyond them, pull out the impossible. They've pulled things out of the bag. Angerman as well gets good yardage. They just need to get territory now and get forward and put the and turn the pressure, turn the tables on Spain. Angerman has gone down there. Referee has blown to stop the game. I don't know whether that is a decision against Angerman. She's ruthlessly smiling at that. Well, she's been blocked off. Well, she's given it to Spain. Then that's a disgrace. She has. Well, it was Angerman that was the one that was blocked off, judging by the replay. And if Spain score now, they will be all hell let loose. Yes, Salma inside the penalty area. They couldn't possibly break English hearts. They did it to the men's team last year, Spain. They couldn't do it to the women's team neither, could they? They couldn't do it to the Lionesses. There's prayers being offered in this commentary box. There's prayers in every English press box you can think of around this stadium. Both English and Spanish supporters hoping that divine intervention is on their side. Or their team's side at least. We've got 1 minute of regulation time of extra time to go. If we don't get a goal here, it's a penalty shootout. And England and penalties, we've been there before, remember, in the quarterfinals, and we've won one. So psychologically, England might have the edge, even though we missed quite a few against the Swedes. But in a final and so much at stake, it's easy to be nervous. But England have got some defending to do now for the next 30 seconds. And if England can hold out for the next 30 seconds, that'll be a feather in their cap, because it will give them that extra incentive to do well in the penalties. Because it's 1 against 1. You've got a 12-yard shooting range. And anything can happen. It's all been one-way traffic, admittedly, from Spain. Adjaman's just got to clear it into the stratosphere. In fact, she does better than that. She gets a free kick. We're inside the final 5 seconds of normal time. Will we get any stoppage time at the end of the extra time? We're going to get an extra 2 minutes. Maybe England could get forward and score in that time. Watch your goal kick like Anna Hampton. Cause a little bit of trouble here. Let's turn the tables on Spain here. Come on, Anna Hampton, get this forward. England 1, Spain 1. Come on, England. Hampton with the right foot towards the edge of the area. Adjaman goes up. It might break here for Kelly. And the goalkeeper's there first. And Beth Mead was in there too. I have to say both goalkeepers from both sides have played remarkably well. But it's still 1-1. But England have got to defend now. They can't afford to switch off for any longer time. Goal kicked England. That's and it's met by an approval of a fist raised in triumphantly there by Jessie Carter. Figman and Tom have got to now make a list of possible penalties. Of course, Serena can't use Lucy Bronze, who just belted the thing in the quarterfinal. They're checking lists now, and well, it's all going to come down to events from 12 yards now. It looks that way now, unless England buckle in the next 15 seconds. Let's sincerely hope they don't. Spain going forward with Vicky Lopez. Now, Batil. Adjaman. Getting stuck in now. We've played the 2 minutes. Stephanie Fraffard will allow this attack and possibly no more. Crosses away. Surely that must be that now. It is that. It's all over. No separating the two teams. It's going to be a penalty shootout. And now it all comes down to 12 yards radius. Well, it's 1-1. Let me just remind you of what's happened. The goal scorers, Mariana on 25 minutes for Spain. Russo equalising. But we couldn't find the winner in the extra half an hour. So we're going to take a quick 2-minute break here on JB Sports. But we'll join you well in time for the penalty kicks. Let's all take a breather and let's all take a break. Spain 1, England 1. Penalties to come. Welcome back to Ball for this penalty shootout now. Just to remind you of the penalties. 5 penalties statutory each. Just to remind you, our friends on Facebook we're gonna do a special comms cam for the penalties. So anyone joining us on my Facebook page, you can listen to me doing the commentary. You can watch me doing this as well. Anyway, just to remind you of the rules, the penalties will be taken to the left-hand end of the ground. Kata Cole and Hannah Hampton being told you cannot come off your line. If you do, VAR will check it and the penalty will be retaken. Remember, goalkeepers can move along the line, but not off it. And the obligatory water bottle with the instructions where players may well go. And it's going to be England who have won the toss and will go first in the shootout. England have played Spain before in a penalty shootout in the Men's European Championships in 1996 and won 4-2. But this is more important than that now. 5 penalties each, level after 5, it's sudden death. And Beth Mead of Arsenal is the first to try her luck against Kata Cole. Going to be right-footed. Can she get it? England off to a good start. Kelly slips. And Beth Mead, rather slips, but sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. The ball goes central. And 1-0. England lead in the penalty shootout. But Spain have got to have their first penalty, remember. Beth Mead gets England. Now, what's the referee done here? Now, what's going on here? She's got to retake this. She's going to have to retake it. Now, I'd like to see a replay of that again. Was it a double movement by Beth Mead? If it was, I think that's extremely harsh. Well, the VAR has said double movement. But to me, it didn't look that didn't look irregular. So, anyway, Mead. Oh, she saved it. I don't believe that. The VAR have absolutely wrecked that for me because that first penalty looked legitimate. And she's been forced to retake it, Beth Mead. And England have missed. Well, that is disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting from the VAR. And if England lose this, oh hell, I can tell you will be broken loose. Guerrero with the first penalty for Spain. Let's hope Anna Hampton can get some justice done here because that looked a very harsh decision. This for 1-0 Spain. Oh, right foot sends goalkeeper the wrong way. But justice has not been done there because it was never... The first penalty from Beth Mead was perfectly fine. I would love to see another replay, whether it was irregular. She slipped, but come on. I've seen worse penalties allowed than that. Alex Greenwood is the second player up for England. If there's any justice in the world, England can surely turn this around. Going to be left-footed. Remember, the goalkeeper, Cole, cannot come off the line. She can move across it, but not off it. Greenwood with the left foot, steps up, hits it, and just about beats the goalkeeper who gets right. 1-1. Spain, no, have a kick in hand. Goalkeeper did well to even get within a 6 millimeters of that. The penalty was good enough from Alex Greenwood, so it's 1-1. But Spain, I remember, have a kick in hand. It's their goal scorer who's going to take it now. Mariana, the number 8, whose goal now seems a lifetime ago. Going to be right-footed again. Hampton can move along the line. And it's straight on her! And justice has been done! It was too casual. It was tame. And Hampton gets right and made the save. England are level after 2 penalties each. And the advantage all of a sudden swings in Sarina Wiegman's favour. Brilliant save. Now, England have a chance to really ram this advantage home now. It's Niamh Charles with the right foot to make it 2-1. She scores! 2-1 England. That was the most confident penalty we've seen out of the lot. Now the pressure turns on Spain. England are not letting their European crown go without a fight. Tense, you can be assured of that. Amartey to take the next kick for Spain. Right-footed again. Can Hampton pull up more heroics? She steps up, right-footed, and she saved it again! Hampton has saved! England are on the brink as they score the next one now! 2 magnificent saves! Telegraphed perhaps, but who cares if England score next? Sarina Wiegman's side will win the European Championships. What tension, what drama. Now then, Leah Williamson, if you've got any sense in the world, smash it. Absolutely smash it. Williamson right-footed against Kata Cole. This for 3-1 to England. Williamson calmly steps up, right-footed. Oh, she saved it. It was too close to the goalkeeper. And the tension goes on. England have missed another. It's a good save. And now it's down to Hannah Hampton again to keep England in the lead. Oh, how's your luck, peeps? Now then, Salma Payello is the next one to try a look for Spain. Left-footed. What drama here. Shortest run up. She steps up. And she's put it wide! She's put it wide! And England now are 1 kick away from European glory. What drama! What a miss that is. And Hampton would have got there as well. Who's going to take the England penalty? So the final one of the statutory 5. It's Chloe Kelly for so long a hero. She got the winner in the semi-finals. Now she has the chance to win the Euros like she did 3 years ago. This kick, England 1 kick away from retaining the trophy they won 3 years ago. Chloe Kelly with the right foot. Will she skip on the run-up and fool the goalkeeper perhaps? Yes, she is. She stepped forward and she scored! She scored! And England are the champions of Europe again. Sarina Wiegman. Well, if they were thinking of making her a day before tonight, surely she has to be made one now. England have won the European Championships again. And revenge for 2 years ago when they were beaten by Spain. And revenge, they say, is a best or a dish best served cold. Spain dominated the game, but they just couldn't break down this courageous team that has been built with care over the last 4 years by Sarina Wiegman. She has to sign that new contract now. She is some manager. She really is. Tears of joy for England. The Lionesses have done it again. It wasn't vintage throughout, admittedly. They did lose the first match to the French, but from then on in, it went all the way. And England are there. Wow. It's been a dramatic 4 hours on JB Sports. And if you have been listening from the start, thank you for sticking with us. England have won it on penalties. We'll stay for the presentation. That could take some time. But who cares? England are the champions again. It's been that sort of night where anything could have happened. But Chloe Kelly, just like 3 years ago at Wembley, steps forward and then bangs it past Catacol. And England have won the European Championships. And it's the first time any English senior team, male or female, has won a major championship on foreign soil. That is the enormity of this achievement tonight. Yes, England weren't at their vintage best, but they didn't need to be. They were courageous. They defended as one. And they didn't play pretty football at all, but at the end of the day, who cares? Chloe Kelly. I think Sweet Caroline is now the end thing now as it was 3 years ago. What a shot in the arm for women's football in England now, and maybe in Britain as well. And that's a nice touch between the two managers. And in the end, justice was done. Because I believe that first penalty from Beth Mead should have counted. But it doesn't matter anymore. England have won it. And the name, I can tell you, it's been engraved on the trophy again. They held it a trophy for only 3 years because it should have been staged in 2021, the tournament. But due to COVID restrictions and the fact that the men's Euros the year before that had to be put forward a year, well, they won it in 2022. They now get to defend, they get to retain that trophy for the full 4 years. And England have proved under Serena Wiegmann that they're no flash in the pan. Look at the achievements she's had. 2 European finals, both won, and a World Cup final, which was agonizingly lost. But then again, does it matter? Not a jot. Not a jot. A red letter day for women's football in England. And if it encourages more girls to take up the sport, so much the better. Lucy Bronze, a true English heroine. She has been for some 15 years, donning those 3 lions with pride. Her name might be bronze, but her football and her capabilities as a player are no more than gold standard. You can't get any higher than that. And we have in Serena Wiegmann a gold standard of manager. That is the sort of thing we're dealing with here now. And it's a great moment for me. I've never commentated on an England victory in a major final before. 3 years ago, I was with Nicholas Jones doing the Euros for JB Sports, but I was hosting. Nicholas got that moment. 3 years on, it's my turn. And I have to tell you, calling an English victory, even if it's on penalties, is one of the greatest thrills I've ever had in 9 years of doing this on YouTube. One of the great thrills of my personal YouTube commentary career. I've commentated on English failures, glorious failures, dismal failures with the men's team. I presented an England victory on home soil 3 years ago, but to actually commentate and describe England winning even a penalty shootout, I don't think I've ever done that before, covering any of the male or female England teams. So it's a first for me, a JB first for me. We have a few comments have come up on YouTube. Kevin says, he echoes what I said about the justice being done. Buses and Trains says champions. Kevin says, oh, yay, we are the champions again. Best team won, retained. I'm not sure about whether we were the best team over than 120 because Spain had a lot more stats in their favour, perhaps. Mike says retained. Take nothing away from Spain. They played really well, not just in this game, but for help the tournament. That's a good point, actually. But matter nothing. Who cares? Nikos went on to say yes, as predicted. Thanks, guys. 6:47 a.m. down in New Zealand, and I need a nap. And thank you, Paul, for you. I'm glad you enjoyed. Stay with us, though. There's still a bit more to come, both on YouTube and on my personal Facebook page. I am going to actually describe the panel. We're going to describe the presentation. They're just putting the stage up. They've just put the engraved the name of England on the trophy. And that's going to be a nice moment for me in about 10 minutes' time. Well, I've commentated on England's peaks and troughs, both men, male and female, for the last 10 years. Admittedly, not so much the female, more the men, but I'll tell you what, if the males psychologically couldn't get over that end barrier, the females certainly can. And when you win once, you want to win again. And England women, the Lionesses, have certainly had that taste again and again. Sarina Wiegman. Well, if her reputation was high and her stock was high when she took over the England job some 4 years ago, that stock has gone even higher now. Tears of sadness for Spain, who have entertained throughout the tournament. But it's not the best team that entertains that wins it. It's the team that has most courage, the most desire, and the most will to win. And England had that in abundance. Thankfully, the justice of whether Beth Mead's first penalty should have been allowed to stand or not, it doesn't matter anymore now, because Spain missed crucial penalties, and if someone had put hers away, well, who knows? It could have been a different story. Chloe Kelly, though, just like 3 years ago, is the hero. The flags are out. The St. George's flags are out. Anna Hampton, what a two cracking penalty saves. When she came into the side to replace Mary Earps a few months ago, everyone was saying big gloves to fill. Anna Hampton has stepped up to the plate and had done far more than that. Wow. It has been one hell of a ride, folks. Just looking at a replay of one of the penalty saves. It was from, the two penalty saves. They were both telegraphed, I have to say. Especially the second one from Bonmati. It was straight at the goalkeeper. And as Ron Atkinson used to say, stay in the middle. They'll hit two down your throat. And that's exactly what happened. And Anna Hampton might have been listening to Big Road's comments, maybe. But Chloe Kelly, what guts. What determination. Scored the winner in the semi-finals. And that was the best kick of the lot. Right up into the top corner. beat the goalkeeper for pace, to use a cricketing term. And what a great moment for British sport. Player in the match doesn't matter now, but what matters is that England have won another major trophy. And I'll tell you what, the WSL, if it gets more girls into participating in football, or even supporting them, any girls listening to this tonight, if your appetite has been whetted by this, get down to your local girls football club and give them girls some support. They need all the help they can get to get this sport on an even keel. But proper role models there, like Chloe Kelly, like Lucy Bronze. Lucy Bronze has been, as I said, the gold standard of England women's football for over a decade or more. Lauren James wasn't denied on the pitch because of the injury, but to even get started in the game at all was a miracle, because there was a lot of doubts whether she started or not tonight. Wow. And the Prince of Wales, who's involved tonight, he'll be probably amongst the presentation party. I'm still waiting for the presentations to start. Now, usually these UEFA and FIFA tournaments, they just take forever and a day now to get the stages erected. In the olden days, 10 minutes of celebration, then you receive the trophy. The olden days of the FA Cup final, within about 5 minutes of the final whistle, you'd go up, get your medal, receive the FA Cup or whatever it was, and then you could start the celebrations for real. Now, it's a long, drawn-out process, which, quite frankly, is a disgrace, but that's the protocol these days. There's the trophy. It looks like Mary Earps that's bringing that out. Well, I'm not sure, but the trophy's been placed on its plinth, and it's a beautiful thing. It is absolutely glistening in the floodlights here. Alexander Seferin, the president of UEFA, who, to his eternal shame, has only attended one European Championship game. Well, he's here tonight, that's for sure. Sangerman now steps forward to receive a memento of some kind. And there's the Prince of Wales. He's so over the moon. But I tell you what, Michelle Angerman has made such an impression. Nobody had heard about it until this tournament. Well, she's certainly a name on public consciousness now. Young player of the tournament. Fearless youngster who has really come to their own. Well, there's going to be a personal award for Vanna Marti. I think she traded in for the European Championship trophy. I'm not sure she's in the mood to do all this, really. And she's going to go and do the lapper on it, do it all over again, and receive losers medals. They get silver medals, the losers, incidentally. There's Alex Seferin, the president of UEFA. I think she's player of the tournament she's won. To be honest with you, I don't think she feels like celebrating, and I can understand that. She's trying to hold back the anger and the tears of losing a cup final. Now the officials I don't believe Stephanie Fraffart had her best game. She's one of the best referees, female referees going, but I'm afraid one or two of the Spanish theatrics called her out somewhat, and I felt she got the penalty. I felt she should have allowed that penalty to stand from Beth Mead at the start of the shootout. But it doesn't matter now. They receive mementos. There's Alex Seferin, the president of UEFA. These ceremonies now these days are just long, drawn out things. They just, it frustrates commentators when you're just trying to fill airtime and things like that. But considering England have won a tournament, it's not difficult to fill airtime. Well, Monza Tom, she took over Spanish football in crisis despite the fact that they won the World Championship. She took over from a manager who was sacked in disgrace for his indiscretions, shall we say, 3 years ago. It's not the end of the world for the Spaniards. They've still got a world title to defend. They've still got the World Cup to defend and the Nations League to defend themselves. And they'll be back, you mark my words, in a major tournament. Commiserations from the Prince of Wales, who I saw was commentating for the TCB earlier this year in a private box at Villa Park when Aston Villa were playing PSG in that never-to-be-forgotten Champions League quarter-final when Villa came within one goal of taking the now European champions to extra time. I'm sure Paul James, who was alongside me that night, will remember the night forever and a day. One of the best games me and Paul ever done in our 3-year partnership as a commentary duo. Well, there's some really good, outstanding performances. Spain had chances that you can be relied upon, but they just couldn't finish. Well, these players will be back. They're still serial winners. Yes, it's not been their night tonight. And sometimes you can go to a final, play all the pretty football you want, but if you can't stick the ball in the back of the net, or your luck's out, well, that's invariably what happens. But England are celebrating. The party is starting in earnest. Matana trying to hold back the tears for Spain. But there's no tears of sadness in that England party. Tears of unbridled joy. I'll tell you what, these Lionesses have produced some. They've brought us through the mill for the last 3 weeks. Sarina Wiegman, telling the truth, come on, we've got to go get some gold medals now. And she, a proud coach of England, leads a team, surely she has to have that honorary day, hasn't she? If Sir Alf Ramsey got one for winning a World Cup in 1966, surely Sarina Wiegman has got to get a honorary day, hasn't she? Mike has cleared up the double kick. Well, we'll get on to that towards the end of the program, actually, because we've got a presentation to cover. Sarina Wiegman. What a moment for her. Double Euro champion. And look at the Prince of Wales. He smiled broader than anybody's face in the whole stadium, I would hazard a guess. Sarina gets her medal, a gold medal. Adjaman gets her medal to add to the young player of the tournament she's won. Touches the trophy. Beth Mead. You'll feel a lot happier about life now without a penalty miss. Didn't cost England. Jess Carter had an assured game at the back. Didn't let anything past her. Lauren James played courageously for about 40-odd minutes before she was forced off the field. Russo, who scored England's equalising goal after 57 minutes tonight. Smiles as broad as they come. Chloe Kelly going through there. Lauren Hemp getting her medal from Alex Seferin. But everyone's contributed, whether they've been on the pitch or not. Chloe Kelly. Well, if anyone deserves a gold medal, it's her. Look at that. Waves to the camera. That's mine. You can't take that away from me. Lucy Bronze, gold standard from her, and a gold medal to match. Alex Greenwood, who didn't put a foot wrong at the back. And there's the captain, Leah Williamson. What a proud moment she's going to have in a few seconds from now. She gets the trophy from Alex Seferin, the president of UEFA. She trots over off the podium to where her teammates are on the upper podium, away to my right-hand side. And will lift the trophy high into the ball sky. England have won the Women's European Championships for 2025. She lifts it in tandem with Keira Walsh. And the scenes will be replayed again and again and again for years and years and years to come. Lucy Bronze lifting the trophy. Everyone getting to lift the trophy high into the pole sky. Sweet Caroline can begin in earnest. And I'm sure so many of you around the world, around the country, will be singing a bit of Neil Diamond tonight, I would have thought. Well, it's never felt so good, does it? Well, you cannot stress how well a job Sarina Wiegman has done as England team manager. It was underachieving badly for a team that was churning out some very good, talented players. Sarina took over in 2021. And look at the joy now. Chloe Kelly has the European Championships, the Champions League she's already won with Arsenal. Let's just point out the Mike Arneman thing on the double kick. It was a double kick, apparently. I haven't seen a replay back, Mike, so I couldn't comment on that. So apparently it was fair enough in the rules. Well, this is the Chloe Kelly. We're just looking at a replay of Chloe Kelly's winning penalty. Up, step, jump, goal. England win the shootout by 3-1 after a 1-1 draw. Karen Carney bouncing up and down. And righted Ian Wright. And aloft in the air. Ian Wright's actually been a big supporter of women's football for as long as I can remember. Well, the scoreboard says it all. Champions 2025, England. Now the press, now they have to please a posse of about 300 photographers who will take their pictures, and it will be in your morning newspapers, if you still read newspapers, at it, on your breakfast table tomorrow morning. Chloe Kelly, Mike says, is the best in the world champion with a club and country, and all that for a player who didn't know where she was going to be playing in January. Well, there you are. But England are the champions. And who can blame them? It's been a night, really, which we'll never forget in a hurry. England were never favourites to win this trophy. Spain had gone through the whole shebang. They didn't lose a single match until tonight. You look at the way they demolished teams. I mean, Spain demolished Portugal 5-0, Belgium 6-2, and Italy 3-1. Then were too good for Switzerland and sneaked past Germany in the semis. But England's route to world glory, well, it was even more tricky. They lost 2-1 to France in the first game. Then they got their A game together against the Dutch, winning 4-0. Serena's birth of country. Then Wales was swept aside by 6-1. Then the drama started in the quarterfinals. They were 2-0 down against Sweden and looked seemingly out of it. But then Adjaman and Kelly came to the rescue. And Lucy Brown's master blaster penalty saw them through on penalties. In the semi-finals against Italy, they had to work overtime. Chloe Kelly got the winner. And then England, after battling 120 minutes, they trailed in the game tonight. A goal on 25 minutes from Mariona. But then Russo came back with an equaliser to level it up at 1-1. And then it was just bravery and courage from there on in. Spain attacked and went for it. But the back five of England, as a unit, were just not for budging. They just wouldn't let Spain through, what come may. Spain had the chances. They had the better chances. They didn't take them. It then went to extra time. Nothing got decided in 30 minutes. It went to penalties. England, I felt in my head at the time, even though I didn't say it in commentary, I felt they were the favourites because they'd already beaten a team on penalties already in the run to this competition. I felt if they could get to penalties, they have a chance. And they did. And look at them now. They will go down as national heroes, every single one of them. It's been a night we'll never, ever forget. For as long as we live to be alive. And if that doesn't inspire the men's team under Thomas Tuchel to try and win the World Cup next year, well, I don't know what will. But it's all about the Lionesses tonight. There's going to be a party long into the night here in Bow. You can be assured of that. Joy unconfound. England are the European champions again. Now, 2 years from now, it will be the World Cup they go for. And they've still got to do all the qualifying for that. And if they can qualify for that, well, who knows? But they'll have much tougher teams in that tournament than they do in this tournament. They'll have Brazil, they'll have Argentina, they'll have all the South American teams. They'll have America to contend with as well. They're one of the world's best at women's football, have been for so many years. So, who knows? Anyway, that's it from me for tonight. I hope you very much enjoyed our coverage of the European Championship final. I've certainly enjoyed it, bringing it to you for the last almost 4 hours. Well, 3.5 hours. I hope you've enjoyed it too. Thank you, Russ. Thanks to everyone who's enjoyed the commentary on Facebook for the last few moments, the penalties and the presentation, and on YouTube for the last 3.5 hours. It's been fun. It's been tense. It was nerve-wracking, but England have done it. 1-1 after extra time. Sarina Wiegman, brave Lionesses, have won it again. 3-1 on penalty kicks. England, champions of Europe. It's good, isn't it? From all of us here, a very good night to you all. Good night to you.